Alright, so we are live. I know it took a little while. This whole thing with the whole Google Hangouts changed again, and it sucks, but it happens. But I'm here with my guest this week. What's going on, guys?
It's good, David.
What up?
Nothing much, man. Not a champions.
What?
Yeah,
Yep. Oh yeah.
that's what we're all here for, talking about Night of Champions. Not only that, a couple of other stuff too that's going on in the wrestling world. And the first thing, just getting things off right off the bat here, and with the first topic that I do have, and something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while and has been going on too for quite some time. And that is what's going on with the budget cuts with WWE right now, having some issues going on with that too as of late. And I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on how do you
Hey,
feel about that, what's
Levi's
going
here,
on, and what do you
guys.
think should change.
Levi's here, guys.
Oh yeah, we've been invaded by Levi, I guess. What's up, Levi?
Finally got my internet to stop crapping.
Hey, you got a haircut. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, hey, look, guys, it's a mini Kevin Steen.
Wow,
You
Kevin.
You never
Steen.
know.
Yeah.
You never know. He could be his long lost son.
Word. Yo.
I'm just saying.
yeah. Yeah. But anyway, just getting right into with the budget cut situation. How do you feel about that? What do you guys think should be changed? Steven, your thoughts?
The budget cuts from people are leaving left and right. I don't know. I mean, it's a really good question, man. I really would not know what to really say right now. Cause, yeah, in a way, I guess you can blame the network. In a way, the network has really shot them in the foot. In a way,
Right.
you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest, man. What can they do?
I feel like they're budget cutting the wrong people. Like they're getting rid of useless stuff. Like you have to get rid of a ring announcer or a ring bell guy. Like it's a ring bell guy they got rid of. Like that's kind of useless, man. They should be getting rid of like more important people like Kevin, like people who are useless to WWE nowadays. Like Kevin Dunn. Kevin Dunn should be gone from the company. The fact that he's still in the WWE is ridiculous to me. But you know, I think they're cutting the wrong type of people. Like
I
cutting
know.
away NXT talent and younger and production costs and stuff like that. That won't help. You know, like you have to cut away the picks and meats. You know, these road agents that haven't really done stuff for you in the past years or so. Is Kevin Dunn production? Like those people should go. Not pyrotechnics, not a ring bell person, not NXT talents. People that like are road agents that are not helping this company get better. Because if they've been in this company for so long and they've just been on this stagnant decline, are you really blaming your young NXT talent and a ring bell announcer for that? No, you should be blaming the people above them, the production crew people and stuff like that. That's just me, but they've just been using the budget cuts in the wrong places.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. You know, it has been, affecting them a lot too lately. And in some ways, yeah, I do agree too with the network and everything and how they're promoting it. I think they should promote it in other different ways. I like how they're promoting it now with like video packages and stuff like that. I think that's cool, but not promote it as much, but where people can actually withstand it and actually want to be able to watch it a lot more and stuff like that. Little things like that, I think, would be able to help them out. But Levi, your thoughts on that?
Well, I've said before, and I'll say it again. I think these budget cuts to me are not a big deal because WWE has suffered through worse and have survived. I mean, hell, look at 5 years ago when Linda tried to run for Senate campaigns and lost a lot of money, and look what happened. They made all that money back, and they're okay. I mean, the budget cuts to me are not a big deal personally, but if you want to contribute why they have been having budget cuts, I'll say it for one thing and one thing only. They don't have enough subscribers on the WWE network, and for that they lose money, which is crazy. And I know people out there may not have the network, but I say it like as a sarcastic way, but I do say like if you don't have the network, you're not a wrestling fan. But it's because you get everything on there, and it's the ultimate thing for a wrestling fan to go in and watch like Saturday Night's Main Event. Especially it helps for my brother to like relive his childhood
Yeah, I
and
guess
stuff
people
like
back
that. It helps
into
for me to relive my childhood in the Attitude Era, which is cool.
exactly, yeah.
But yeah, it's like the last that we've heard, the network subscribers was like over 700,000. You would have thought they would have over 1 million at this point. But maybe once it goes to the UK here in the next few weeks, maybe they'll get a lot more. But who knows? If you ask me how I would change that, even though it may be kind of odd, but I would raise the price for the network 10 more bucks. I mean, $20 I think is fair. I think it's a fair price because
Recession, bro.
Not for a lot of
Recession.
people.
Recession,
it'll
bro.
make, cause it'll help.
Recession, bro. Recession.
I know why you're saying about rising the price.
Go
It's
ahead.
because you're jealous when it comes to the UK. We get it for $6.19.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, wow.
$6.19.
Break a break up,
Well, yeah, there you go.
I'm moving to the. I don't know about y'all, but I'm moving to the UK. Shit.
Yeah,
Alright, if you
Well,
want
I've-
my opinion on what they should do,
yeah, go
I mean,
ahead. Austin.
I'd like to. Never mind, leave. I keep going.
Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, if they raise the price just 10 more bucks, it'll help them make more money off of it.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know?
but here's the thing. The network only for the American audiences. The network is for the IWCers. How many IWCers do you know have a fucking job to pay $20 a month for something,
That's
man?
what I'm saying.
I know some
More
guys.
money.
I know some people. I know some guys still in the YWC that haven't gotten their car fixed still. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
That,
there's
In my opinion,
Yeah.
you know
Let
what I'm saying?
Austin go on. Let Austin go on.
Alright.
Let Austin-
Yeah, go ahead.
I think, in my opinion, they're either gonna raise a lot, or get a lot more money by adding, or they're just gonna fuck. They're just gonna lose a lot of fucking people because they don't want to pay $20 a month. So that might just hurt them even more if they do that. Yeah, if they get more people, it'll probably double their money. But
Mhm.
a lot of people might be like, "Fuck this! I'm not paying $20 a month," and that'll be that. They're just gonna hurt themselves even more. And at that point, the network will probably just be gone. It's just such a failure.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
Yeah, like I want that on because like most like, and it's not an insult to people who are in the IWC and YWC because I'm in it, but like guaranteed 75% of these people they don't have jobs. They live still with their moms or they're like not even going to college or doing anything like that. They don't have jobs to the point where they can actually pay $20 a month
Yeah.
for something, man. We're cheap. The IWC, we're cheap bastards, man. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
I use Levi's
Mhm.
fucking account.
At least you're honest about it. Shit.
Yeah. I got
Yeah,
it.
no.
Yeah, pretty
We're
much.
cheap. We're cheap bastards, man. Like $10 to us, that's awesome. But like, there's still people out there that don't want to buy the network, and it's $10. So
Yeah.
we're cheap. We're
Some
cheap
people want to use
bastards.
$10 for something else. You know?
Yeah, exactly. We're cheap bastards on type of thing. So when it
Oh,
comes
yeah,
down to it,
another thing I forgot to mention about the network on why I guess people don't have it.
Mhm.
I guess they feel like they don't have it because they're worried it's going to lag a lot. Well, to be perfectly honest,
It
and I've
does.
experienced this from different locations. Sometimes the lagginess can be on the network's end, but for the most part, from what
It's your
I've
internet.
seen,
it's your internet. If you're watching a special
yeah,
event,
that's what I'm saying.
and uploading to YouTube, you're dumb. Don't upload
Yeah.
something. Just
Yeah,
have it-
it's hit or miss for me.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes
Right.
you're not uploading anything or downloading anything, and you're watching it'll lag. Sometimes it's on the network's end, but
Yeah.
it's really you like people's internet's end. Like my internet's not the best, and
Yeah.
sometimes when I'm on the network it'll lag out. But when I was out at my brother's house watching SummerSlam because he's got Frontier internet,
Mhm.
it only lagged like maybe once. That was it.
I'll say this: out of all the shows that I've watched, no lag for me.
Word.
They got lucky.
And
It
I have
depends
shitty
also-
AT&T universe.
It depends also what browser do you use. You know what I'm saying? I think the best one to use for the network, I think, is probably Firefox.
Yeah.
I use Google Chrome, but
Yeah.
That's whoa. How does Google Chrome work for you, but it doesn't work for me? That's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't work for
Yeah,
me.
it works well for me.
it
But
works.
I just mainly watch the network. To be honest with you.
We'll talk about this after the show or something.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Let's
Yeah, we'll deal with that.
That's around the point. That's around the point.
Right. But yeah, Scott, any more thoughts you want to add to that too?
What, on the network or the budget cuts?
Yeah, for both in general.
Well, I hate the budget cuts. I personally, one of the things from watching from the Attitude Era, I mean, I started watching wrestling back in, I would say, 1999.
Yes.
I loved the Invasion. I loved everything, but the one things I mainly loved was the stage, and the fact that the budget cuts are just like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, there is actually two
Preach.
there is actually
Thank
two
you.
arenas now. There's HD set Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, Superstars, main event,
And the
I
special
think-
events. The special.
and then there's
Okay.
CPV, and basically the difference between the CPV stage. What am I saying? CPV pay-per-view stage. Sorry, I'm
You're caught
core
right
wrestling. Core talk there. Basically, the difference in the stages is the fact that they get rid of the ramp, so there's no ramp, and it's just basically on the floor, and they put two lighting stages at the front. Apart from that, there's only like few special ones like Money the Bank. They just
Yeah.
put the vans
Yeah,
out on the
it's
front.
here.
Yeah, and they just put up ladders.
TLC,
They put up ladders.
Yeah, but apart from that, you know, what has the budget's cuts done? Basically, if THQ was still with the WWE Games franchise, they helped them with the WWE game because they could have just, well, we only need to do 2 arenas and just change the logos a few times, and there we go. We've done the game in about
Right.
2 weeks.
Yeah. But yeah, that does bring out a lot of good points. I miss actually having like more of the stuff to it on the stage and everything like that. More of a better setup. It makes it feel more important and stuff like that. Hopefully we will get that back eventually, I'm sure. But it's going to be a long time.
I mean, this is one of the things. You've gone from like having Attitude Era, you had just a Jumbotron and a few, you know, scaffolding poles.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
have
mean,
to be much easier.
It's not even much to like, you know. All right, I know there's a lot of design and all of that, but for like electronics, lighting, and everything, there's not much you could. I mean, you can go back to. I think I'm right on saying 2009 Armageddon, when that stage is just basically a big massive scaffolding.
08
Yeah.
2008.
You know, I mean, they don't have to put much effort, but they could just do something to make the stages look nice.
Yeah, don't make the special events look like they're like modern, like just like glorified Raws, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I know when they. I know I've seen like a video on YouTube where they've basically switched from doing a live Raw event or it was an ECW event recording, and then they did SmackDown recording after it. And there's a video where all they did is just pull the ECW apron off, and then it was SmackDown underneath. You know, that's how I feel with the pay-per-views. It just feels like you could just forget about booking a new arena for Raw. You could just do the arena at the pay-per-view. You could just basically record Raw and then straight after, or you could just, hey, here's budget cuts. I'm not going to go down the road to this arena. I'm going to stay at this arena. All I have to do is just change the aprons, change the graphics on the Titantron, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm ready for Raw.
There you go. Alright, so from there we're going to continue on and now getting into the next thing here about now that we only have just one championship title, do you think it was the right thing to actually have that happen, and how do you feel about it as of right now? Austin, going back to you.
Alright, well, I mean, as much as it kills me to say this, as of the past 3 years, I'd say the heavyweight title is fucking useless. Like, if the winner of the Rumble, who's supposed to main event, and is fighting for the world title, opens a WrestleMania, that is bullshit. That is one of the times where I knew that was one of the times where I knew that this doesn't mean shit no more. I mean, Del Rio's last run wasn't bad, but basically being the heavyweight champion is like, all right, you're really, really fucking good, but you're not good enough to be that #1 guy. So we're gonna give you what we call the #2 belt, but really, it's not that much because you're the champion of a show that sucks balls and is completely irrelevant, aka SmackDown. But it really didn't mean much. Yeah, it looked badass. Both belts looked badass on Brock, but like, what's that belt doing anymore? Like, I think one of the reasons why that belt didn't get treated that well, because let's be honest, WWE wants to bury WCW as much as they can.
Yep.
So them doing that,
yeah.
they're WCW's biggest belt now completely gone. #burial. There you go.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that much, even though the new belt sucks ass. I mean, it's whatever. The heavyweight title was useless anyways. It could have helped Cesaro and Barrett and Ziggler again, but
Yeah.
but let's be honest, it wasn't shit no more anyway, so it doesn't really mean much.
Yeah. I mean, the way how they were doing it towards the end, I didn't really like that. They should have just kept it where, as it meant like the WWE title and everything, and just keep having more guys be established a lot more and create more excitement that way. I mean, towards the end, they could have still with the whole thing, have it go with Ric Flair and everything. I thought that was fine the way how it went out, but before then they could have done a lot more exciting things. And I like the title personally. I thought it was cool. I like the whole design and everything. I thought it was one of my favorite titles since I've seen it since 2002 and everything. And I haven't really seen it in WCW since I never really got to watch WCW at all. So that's just me. Chase, your thoughts?
The World Heavyweight title was just kind of like after like Triple H was done having his reign of terror, it just became irrelevant, man. Because like you gave it to Benoit and you gave Benoit a crappy reign. Then you force-feed Orton with it, and then after Orton holds it, it's like Triple H gets it back to like raise the glory of that belt. And then after Triple H drops it to Batista, like this was like a World Heavyweight title feud from Batista's era as World Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations, I want my rematch. Last chance match for the World Heavyweight title, Batista versus Edge or whatever. Edge got the belt way too damn much. Undertaker keep on getting the belt and just hold it for like a month before he got injured. I mean, there was no stability in the World Heavyweight title scene like afterwards. Like after Batista's first run as World Heavyweight Champion, no more stability. Like the glory of the belt kind of just like went down. And then they started to give it to guys that weren't ready. Like that was one thing about the World Heavyweight title. Like, Swagger, CM Punk the first time, like Daniel Bryan, you can even say he wasn't ready to become World Heavyweight Champion at that time. So it's like, even Sheamus, you could say Sheamus, he wasn't ready to be World Heavyweight Champion at that time. So it's like, you keep on giving the belt to these people who are quote unquote not ready for it. So it's like, and it didn't do itself any favors because like they would only feature the World Heavyweight title belt in a big deal if it's like Batista, Orton, Edge, and what's his fucking face? Triple H were involved in it, but other superstars, they would kind of just be like, yeah, whatever, you're the World Heavyweight Champion, who cares? It's like they didn't treat that belt with any like class here to end run. And I always told people having two world titles is pointless. Like why do you need two world titles? It confuses people. We want to know who the actual best is. Well, who is the actual best? The WWE Champion or World Heavyweight Champion? We don't know because they don't really clarify for us. So that's why I'm fine with them dropping the world title altogether.
All right. Levi, back to you.
I've answered this question numerous times. Was it the right thing for them to drop the world title? Yes and no. Yes, because yes, it wasn't getting treated properly and such, but no, in the fact of the same point I always bring up with this. With how the company's been in the last few years, with how a lot of people get lost in the shuffle and how crowded the roster is, they needed two world titles.
Yeah.
And that is the big reason why the brand split needs to be back, so that way you can see guys like Justin Gabriel, Zack Ryder, more guys like that. You can see them on TV more often, say, and it would help bring SmackDown back to its relevant point again because they could.
I wouldn't think that would help SmackDown. That wouldn't help the brand
split.
Well,
I'd say what would happen, say like.
No, because like here's the thing: is like if you bring back the brand split, it's like the brand split was dying in 2009, and we had the guys that you just mentioned, like Justin Gabriel, Kofi Kingston. They were being featured on SmackDown. No one was watching. It's because the WWE has done such a poor job trying to make these guys like big deals. So, like, to be honest, even if you did bring back the brand split, it wouldn't help the company whatsoever. It wouldn't elevate these guys or make a world title necessary. Like, the brand split is dead, and it's just because it's creative. They don't know how to make guys interesting anymore. So the brand split, it's a good idea in theory, but it's just like it wouldn't work in today's wrestling. And you say the roster's overcrowded. The roster's not that big compared to what it was in 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah,
the roster's actually, but if you actually look at the roster now, it's much more smaller than you think. Like, if anything, NXT needs like a brand split because they have way too much people on their roster.
Yep. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, like, and SmackDown always had, like, only one or two big stars. Raw was always stacked. SmackDown would have, like, two big stars. Like, the only heavy title run in the recent era that actually helped somebody, in my opinion, was Mark Henry. That was it. And he wasn't even that big of a star, but that was what they had, and it actually helped his career. Other than that, like, the brand split, the heavyweight title, shit.
Well, I just still believe in the fact that everybody should have a chance on getting on TV, and that's why I still say brand split should be back for that simple purpose. I mean, yeah, the roster may be smaller than what it was like 6, 7 years ago, but it's still pretty big. I'd say at least, but yeah.
Okay. All right, Scott, your thoughts?
My thoughts on the belts. It goes back to the budget cuts. I would say I find the whole bringing a new belt out for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Can't just call it the WWE Championship anymore. It's got to be World Heavyweight Championship. They're complaining about, we have to do these budget cuts. We're gonna have to cut down the roster. We have to cut down that. But they seem to have a lot of money on giving everybody a brand new belt.
Well, it wasn't that hard of a design change. All you had to do was change the logo, and it wasn't like they did anything to the new belt. They just made the word champion a lot smaller on there, so it wasn't like that big of a change.
It's the fact that they've bought brand new belts. I mean, I'm not saying that they might have cost a lot of money, but it's just the fact that they just bought brand new belts. The fact that they've just brought out a brand new belt, it's not even 2 year old. And here's a brand new belt for you, Brock Lesnar, because you're worth it. And because you get a brand new belt, everybody else gets a brand new belt. Fair dues, it's just a logo change, but it's just the fact that, I don't know, let's say each belt, I don't know, let's say, I don't know, $100, but no, probably more than that. I don't know, but you just think about it. It's a lot of money what they've put into all these belts. Because I mean, it's a big company. I know they can afford it, but thoughts on WCW belt? It was about time. Hopefully now they will get rid of the United States Championship, because that is a belt what I just think is pointless at the moment. Because
the only great champion was MVP, in my opinion.
if you talk to David Benoit, he says his dad was the best champion ever.
Word.
But it's just going on to like what Levi said about the belts. The World Heavyweight Championship, in my opinion, was just blocking belts like the United States Championship and the IC belt, because why fight for them belts when you can have the Tier 2 belt? What's the World Heavyweight Championship? Because that's basically the Intercontinental Championship now, because it's the mid-card championship, even though it's kind of to give its sparkliness of saying, oh yeah, I'm a main eventer, I've got the World Heavyweight Championship, but in everybody else's eyes, I'm thinking you're just a mid-carder. Now that they've got rid of it,
mid-carder.
Yeah, you're the highest mid-carder. Now
that
I see it now, I hope that the Intercontinental Championship will get a bit more praise. And they just dropped the United States Championship because
once they do that, then we'll see a lot more for the IC Championship.
Because I said this the other day. I think it was to you, Austin, when I was saying about the back in the Attitude Era, they had like the Hardcore title, the United States title, the Intercontinental title, the WWE title, right? But every title had their kind of like, you knew where it was. Let's say like one of you just got signed to WWE. The first belt you can probably get is the Hardcore title back in the Attitude Era, because anybody, they give that to anybody. That was just a bit of a hey, how to open the show, get your spices going and all of that, and so that was that belt. It didn't matter who had it. Hell, fucking Divas had it at one point.
They did.
Your next belt will be European Championship. When you're a European champion, you're the best low card champion. Intercontinental champion, you're becoming up into the mid card, and then obviously main event having the WWE title.
A perfect example is Kurt Angle. Like, he
Yeah.
won all 3 of those belts, and he literally worked up. And I think the same with, Jericho.
Jericho did it.
Jericho
Benoit did it.
yeah.
Benoit did it. Guerrero did it. Like that was the thing.
Quite a few
Jeff
people
Hardy,
did.
you can even say Jeff Hardy did it. Christian to some degree, even though it took him a longer time, he kind of did it. Like that was the thing at the time. Yeah, HBK.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Shawn Michaels won the WWF champion when he won the European title.
Hey, he did it.
Well, he won most of the championships, though, anyway.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
This,
Champion.
you can't take that into today's concept. Because how I see it, because of the brand split not being in place, you got like, obviously, United States Championship will always be known as, SmackDown's belt, their mid-card championship.
Yeah.
So, at what point do you say, "Hey, it's our low-card belt"? Well, hang on a minute. No, we've built this up since early 2000s, and this has been our like mid-card championship. You can't really lower a prestige of a belt. So it's kind of like, what do we do with this belt? Do we actually try and make it a bit more of a mid-card championship, or do we just dump it? Or do we actually make it a low-card belt and actually, put some people like, I know Santino Marella's retired now, but give it to like people like Santino Marella again, and build up some low-card people to actually be a champion.
No.
And
Or
if you want my opinion, never mind. Sorry.
Go on.
All right. As I was saying, the mid-card titles to me is like, nowadays, like, all right, you're good, but you're not good enough to do what they're doing, so I guess we're going to throw a fucking belt on you and see how you do. Oh, shit. I mean, let's be honest. All of those runs as of recent memory for, like, the mid-card titles sucked. Biggie Langston IC title run sucked.
David.
What?
I don't, I'm checking out the stream on the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
And it says here that the stream is unlisted pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to fix it again somehow. But I can still have it uploaded to YouTube though when it's still live, yeah.
Well, only those that have the link can just see it pretty much.
Oh. Well, I'll try and find a way to fix it. Because I don't think I was gonna restart it.
Yeah.
Anyway. Wait, should I keep going, or am I talking point? All right. As I was saying, Biggie Langston's IC title run sucked. Santino's U.S. title run sucked. Curtis Axel's IC title run sucked. All of these title runs suck. And it's just like, but they needed to do what or at least they thought they needed to do it, just because these guys are talented. So why not they do? They throw a belt on them, and their run is pointless. So that's pretty much the mid-card titles nowadays to me.
Yeah, which is a sad thing.
Yeah.
But, Steven, your thoughts?
As far as the title, the world title itself, I feel like the minute that WWE buried that belt was the minute they put that WWE logo on it, And it was always just treated like, a whatever belt. Yes, at one time I guess it had something there, but it went from Triple H holding it for a while until opening up WrestleManias. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that as I said before, when I saw that open, that was like, wow.
It should be at least co-main event before the main WWE title match.
Or like at least second to last on the card,
Right.
Divas filler match or filler match that you have in between.
Exactly.
Or at least like rotate like once every other month, like the WWE top.
No, because you're not going to main event Alberto Del Rio and RVD over John Cena versus like Triple H. No, that'd be dumb. I'd be so pissed off if I was watching a pay-per-view and that was my main event. What the fuck?
I mean, don't get me wrong. RVD and Del Rio did have a really good match.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying you wouldn't main event.
They're never main eventing that belt ever again, or they wouldn't ever again, because John Cena, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, etc.
What was the last main event for the World Heavyweight title? Was it that Armageddon? Was it that TLC match, the TLC Fatal 4-Way? Was that the last main event for that belt?
No, I think the last one was the Chamber with Bryan and Santino.
No, that wasn't the main event.
No, that wasn't
Kane and Cena main evented.
Oh, that's right.
So was the last one that TLC match with like the Fatal 4-Way, Edge, Mysterio, Kane, and whoever the fuck else was in it?
It was Edge, Del Rio, Kane, and Mysterio.
Yeah, there we go. Del Rio was in it. Wow, that was the last World Heavyweight Title main event match, people.
Yeah.
I think. Let me try to think. I'm going to think about this.
I gotta say.
Wait. We're going to be technical about it. John Cena and Randy Orton, TLC, unifying the belts.
That does not count.
We're being technical.
But just having it as the title alone, no? Yeah.
I gotta say, I gotta disagree with Stephen. When the fact that the WCW belt kind of like lost its prestige was when they finally ended the WCW invasion and they called the WCW belt the World Championship. They wouldn't give it World Heavyweight Championship because at the time they was calling the WWE Championship the WF World Heavyweight Championship. They weren't. This is before they unified it. You know, why couldn't they call it the World Heavyweight Championship? Because no, we can't call it the World Heavyweight Championship. That's what we call the WF Championship. You know, it's called the WF World Heavyweight Championship. But you know, that's when I felt they buried it.
Alright, interesting topic. Alright, now going ahead and moving along, and before we get into the overall predictions, and something that I wanted to talk about too for a while that I haven't really gotten a chance to all that much, just mainly on Twitter and stuff like that. And what's been going on too with TNA, just switching gears a little bit here before we go to the predictions, like I said. And, you know, honestly, with things going on with them so far, overall for this summer, I think things have been a lot more improving. I've been enjoying it so far. And how do you feel about what's been going on, not only with the whole thing with the whole Spec TV deal? Do you see them lasting on there or going to another network? And what other situations with that do you see happening with that? And where do you see TNA going from here for the rest of the year? Austin, your thoughts if you have any.
Well, obviously, like, people are always like, and it's true, TNA's been putting on some very solid shows lately.
Yeah.
But obviously, they gotta fucking overstack their cards so they can get a damn TV deal again. If they don't get another TV deal, it's gonna be ECW all over again. They're gonna go out of business because no wrestling company can stay around without a TV deal. The TNA right now and has been for a while the #2 wrestling show in America. So if not the world, but
yeah, pretty much.
And if they can't get a TV deal, it doesn't matter how many people know about TNA. Doesn't matter if Vince knows about it, if the whole world knows about TNA. If they're the #1, #2, #3 show in the world for wrestling, they're gonna go out of business, and I guarantee it. And it's gonna be a shame because we're a guy like Austin Aries gonna probably to our ways, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
most likely.
Big TNA guy.
Well, that is if Ring of Honor wants him back because he did leave Ring of Honor in bad terms, as well as David, as well as Kenny King. So I mean,
unless they can work those situations out.
I doubt they will. I doubt they. Because they all buried ROH in a way.
Yeah. Crazy. Alright, Chase, your thoughts?
TNA has been putting on solid shows. I actually enjoy some of TNA's aspects. You know, they definitely have stuff that I like better than WWE, but they're still kind of like in a rut where, like, I just know TNA's going to fuck up. I always sit there and I go, how are you going to fuck up this time, TNA? And I know it's sad that I think like that, but I've been a TNA fan since 2002, people. I've been a longest time TNA fan.
I've been fan since 05.
And every time TNA seems like they're doing something right, they do something stupid. They do something so stupid to the point where it's like, why? Why did you do this? Like, I'm just waiting for their colossal fuck up. That's what I'm waiting for. And it's sad, but it's true. And you know, will they find another network? I'm pretty sure there's another network that's probably interested in them. Like, you know, Spike TV, they don't draw in good ratings anyways. You know, anyone would want to, like, I forgot who said it, but someone said anyone would want a TV show that's at least drawing 1 million viewers. Yeah, TNA's ratings aren't the best, but any little network, like, I think Discovery Velocity is like the one talking to them the most. Like, they're probably not drawing shit for ratings, but you know, if you got a TNA that is drawing 1 million viewers, yeah, you would want that on your network. It looks good on the network and all that other stuff. So I think TNA has a chance still, but the problem is with TNA is just that it's their consistency of wanting to produce a good show. Like, they can't consistently produce good show. They can't produce. Like, they've been doing this for a long time. They always give wrestling fans hope just to crush our hopes and dreams. You know, they do worse stuff than the WWE sometimes. I always say that. And so, really, to be honest, when it comes down to it, you know, I hope they survive because I like more wrestling on my television set. But I don't give them that much of a high hope, you know. Like, I'm not really optimistic about TNA's future. But they've been doing good. They actually have a world champion I like. I love Destroyer Lashley. Lashley's a beast. Probably the best world champion in wrestling today. Yeah, Lashley's probably the best world champion in wrestling today because, like, he actually shows up. He actually puts on good to great matches. I haven't seen a bad Lashley match out of this dude. And he fucking looks like a legit guy. Like, I can't picture anyone beating him. And so, you know, at least they get me excited for their main event title scene. So, you know, they're doing some good stuff, but, you know, I'm just waiting for that colossal fuck up.
And it's probably going to happen. I don't mean to sound like a Debbie Downer, but it's TNA. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's just TNA. It's like their track.
I'll give you an example of where I think they fucked up. All right. A couple of weeks ago,
I can give you 10.
And out of these last tapes.
Let's go with that. Yeah.
From what I saw. All right. A couple of weeks ago, you had Bobby Roode and Eric Young in the ring promoting their #1 contender match, and they're making a big deal out of this. You know, they were saying, "Let's tear the house down. We're gonna, you know, blow the roof off this son of a bitch," and all that, right? And you think, okay, this has to main event, right? And the week after, you know, when it's the match, it's in the middle of the card, and the main event was Samoa Joe versus Lashley. You see where they kind of like messed up there a little bit.
Yeah.
Or another big mess up from these TNA New York tapings. Austin Aries and Bobby Lashley, they have like this awesome promo segment hyping up for the Destination X match next week. And what do? Oh, let's end it with Dixie Carter because that's what everyone wants to fucking see is Dixie Carter. Like, fuck off.
Or last week, where you had, you know, you had Gail Kim going backstage trying to find Havoc, trying to get her belt back, right? And she finds her, they brawl, they go to commercial, they come back, you see them on the entrance area brawling still. What they should have done, go to commercial after that tag team match, come back, and start the brawl from the back, work their way to the ring, and all that. That's what they should have done.
Yeah, definitely not the smartest promotion, business-wise and wrestling-wise.
Like, listen.
I mean, they have their flaws too.
You listen, TNA, you know, one thing about them is they have the talent's there. They got some good talent.
That's the thing about TNA.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
That's the thing about TNA.
I'll say this right now. To me, right now, Bobby Roode is the guy right now in TNA, the top guy.
Yeah, the team is awesome.
Since AJ left.
Yeah, agreed. It's like, see, the team with TNA, it's never been the talent that's the problem. They've always had a talented roster. Their roster has always been stacked with great, amazing talent.
Even their female wrestlers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They've always had good talent. It's just executing with this talent. Like, you can't have it where, like, big example, and this will be my last saying, and then I'll let everyone else talk. Like, Pope D'Angelo De Niro. Here's Elijah Burke that got an unfair shake in the WWE. He comes in with this fucking awesome gimmick. He's really, really good. And how do you end him? You have Ric Flair stab him in the eye with a pen. That's how you end this major push. You have AJ Styles beat him. What does AJ Styles do at the next Impact? He jobs out to Rob Van Dam. Like, God damn, man, this is I can make a top 10 TNA.
And he lays on top of him. He laid on top of him. He didn't even put the leg up. You know, overall, listen, with TNA, you know, do I see it going under? I don't know. It could be, but I don't know. I don't want to say it or anything like that because that's not my style.
I don't think so. Right.
You know, I think what TNA needs to really do, and this is if they even see 2015 or beyond, they gotta hit a reset button after Bound for Glory. Start bringing Start doing the youth movement. Start bringing in faces that, you know what, haven't seen six figures yet. You know what I'm saying? Guys that are going to benefit you long term.
Nice.
But, again, you know, I'm just waiting out, if you will. But I did hear also, apparently, Viacom even said, hey, listen, despite they want to put you on, we'll put you on one of our other channels, which I heard is MTV. So who knows?
I think that'd be stupid.
I mean, hey, it's MTV. Because here, think about it. If they go to Velocity, if they go to that Velocity channel, it's a
fucking
lose.
wrestling.
Many people
It's a lose lose. No one has Velocity. No one has it.
Yeah, it's like a satellite TV type of deal.
Exactly.
Pretty
And
much.
from what I've heard, if they go to Velocity, they're gonna be so watered down.
Yeah. Alright. Levi, your thoughts?
As far as if TNA is to go down, they probably will if they don't get a TV deal, but if they do, no. And I don't want them to go down because I've been a TNA guy since 2006. And I'm saying the God honest truth, I basically got into TNA full time when Kurt Angle showed up. I mean, I'd seen bits and pieces of TNA before that, but I didn't get fully into it until Kurt showed up because once I heard Kurt Angle went to that company, I'm like, I've got to check this out and see what this is all about. And the first show I watched, been into it ever since. But there have been times where I've been very disappointed in TNA, and that led to all those times last year where I was very critical about TNA, and it's to the point where I say these things because I want TNA to do better, not the hope that they die. I mean, when I was saying all the crap they were doing last year with the Aces and Eights, I was saying this as out of passion for the company, you know? Saying this out of passion for the company by saying, dude, if you want us to get better, stop doing this stupid angle that's been going on for way too long. Not anybody's really benefiting from it except Bully Ray because he's the champion and he's doing good. That was really it. But lately, I haven't been watching Impact on a consistent basis, but when I do watch, I usually watch at least once or twice a month. And when I watch it, I liked it. I mean, the last show I watched was the episode when they first started the whole Hardys, Dudleys, Wolves series, and that was a killer.
Yeah, that's going great for them right now.
But as far as a TV network, I'm going to be honest, if they did go to MTV, good for them, but I personally think that'd be the dumbest thing to do because it's MTV.
It stands for music, television, and freaking wrestling!
Exactly, that's why I'm trying to do that.
Hold on.
But they used to have wrestling a long time ago.
They used to.
2001.
That's where WWF started. That's where WWF started was MTV.
Well, yeah, the Rock and Wrestling connection, but my problem, like I always would say with MTV, they don't play music, and if they do, it's early in the morning.
And nobody's really up at that time.
Yeah, and it's shit music.
People are
Very
busy
shit
going
music.
to school or whatever.
I'm that guy who preferred MTV back in the 80s and 90s when you had
there's always music and stuff on there.
where you had shows like Sucker Free Sundays or Sucker Free Rap Countdowns, whatever. Headbangers,
all the good stuff on there.
all the good shows, like TRL even to a degree. But nowadays, MTV's a complete clusterfuck of a bunch of dog shit put together just to get a bunch of dumb teens to want to do what the show is doing. I could tell you, when I was in high school, I noticed a lot of elementary and middle school kids that I would see on the bus, and they would be acting like fucking Jersey Shore, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
But aside from that, I could go on forever about that, but I agree with Chase that TNA's problems have been management and consistency and such. I mean, they've always had a good, talented roster, no matter who was there, because they know they can build somebody up pretty good. It's just consistency and the management. And really, if you ask me what I would do, if they would have stayed on Spike, what I would have done was take it off TV for a little while and bring it back revamped and repackaged, and it would have been fine. You know, take the whole Impact Wrestling out and book it as TNA Impact Wrestling. There you go.
Wait a minute, did you just say take it out of TNA Impact Wrestling and repackage it as TNA Impact Wrestling? What the?
No,
He said
I
Impact
didn't.
Then you may just Impact Wrestling.
Or just go back to TNA Wrestling, like how it should
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly, yeah. But also, and then Another thing I would do, even though it wouldn't happen, even though he wants to do it, I don't think it would happen. But if they want to have some cool shows, matches, storyline wise, hire Paul Heyman as your booker.
No.
Or if not, you know what? Bring back Dutch Mantel.
Or
AKA
Dutch
Zeb
Mantel.
Coulter.
That's fine.
Yeah, Dutch Mantel or Paul Heyman. If you have one of them as your booker, you're gonna have to.
Dutch Mantel only worked with the knockouts, and when he did work in the main event scene, I can't tell you how many Sting finishes that I just fucking hated. So no thank you to Dutch Mantel coming back to TNA.
Or if you know what, guys, or else you know what they should bring? The best writer in pro wrestling today. That is the one and only Vince Russo. That's what they got.
He's still with them. He's still with them. So
exactly. They should not let him. He should stay. That guy's making miracles.
Hey, we need to see.
Well, if he's still there,
we
then why
need
is
to
the company
see.
doing so bad?
No, but hey,
We need to see Bobby Roode, Eric Young have a chicken neck on a pole match.
That would be stupid.
No.
God.
A Canadian flag on a forklift match.
Oh God.
Or just do the classic hair versus hair match.
A Scott D'Amore on a pole match.
That's bad.
He's with the Bullet Club, man. Leave him alone.
Hey Dave.
We don't need any of that. What?
PW Outsider Brennan says he wants to join the stream.
No.
Yeah, but does he realize though that hey, no one is viewing? We're unlisted.
I don't know what happened to that. I'm sure it'd probably be fixed.
No, David. David. You have to make it public so people can view it.
Well, I don't really go to that because I don't want to waste time doing that.
Just go to that part on. Go to the live event part, the live events on your video manager, right? Go to live events. The stream should be there. Or if not, either that or go to your uploads on your video manager. Click on the stream, go to the edit part, and then put public so people can view it.
Yeah, well, I'll try and do that. But yeah.
Try to do that ASAP while we're doing it, because I think you can do it at the same time.
Well, yeah.
You can do it during the same time. I've done that before.
Yeah, I'll try that, but in the meantime, we'll go ahead with Scott's thoughts too. Since I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
I already know.
I think TNA's having a hoax. I think the whole TV deal is a hoax. I reckon they've already got the new TV deal, but they're doing this whole, hey, we're having problems with a TV deal. Oh, we need your help. Viewers, watch our show before it dies. And I think they're just trying to pull in people to view their program because people. If you thought, oh, TNA's going to die because of their ratings, you'd think, oh, I don't want TNA to die. Let's go watch it. You know, just to boost their ratings up. And I think that's what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to boost their ratings up so that when they go to a different TV deal, you're going, oh, I can see that TNA is doing a good product now. Why haven't I been watching for the past 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, a full year? I'm missing out on this bit. But then again, you could be just me who doesn't want to watch TNA in the first place.
Alright.
Brandon!
Alright, Brandon. What's up, Brandon?
Yo, what up, my brothers? How y'all doing?
Are you shirtless today, bro? Are you shirtless today?
I am indeed. Every time I come on here, I'm shirtless, man.
Wow.
He's probably nude. You don't even know. He's probably in the nude.
Hey, I'm not. I'm not
supposed to live free like that.
Hey, if I'm gonna get naked, I'm coming on camera for that. So.
Oh,
he's probably still looking at the.
Don't scare away my viewers, please.
Holy shit.
David, just do what I told. David, just do what I told you, bro. Just fix it while we're doing this.
Yeah.
Holy shit! That you talking about that? You talking about that?
We have to censor you and blame you out.
Fuck it. We'll not say anything while David just sorts it all out.
Yeah.
No, you can go ahead still.
We're going on strike now.
We're going on. We're boycotting. Myself, Stefano Guerrero, Scott Adams, the one half of Scrap Metal, the other guy from Scrap Metal.
Even the Wrestling Bear.
Yeah, even the Wrestling Bear.
Where is the Wrestling Bear?
Well, he's
Wrestling Bear. Wrestling
Alright,
Bear.
I got it right now and I see it.
Wrestling Bear. Well, the rest.
Bear.
Well, I just got a PM from the Wrestling Bear. He says in the following.
Really?
Well, currently, I am preparing for my match against Johnny T from Glove and Boots. My
Alright, so,
treehouse is on the line.
yeah.
Pray for me that I win. Love your
Give
furry
her some
friend.
love.
Love your furry friend, the Wrestling Bear. Hashtag oh bear yeah.
Oh,
Good
Barry.
luck to the Wrestling Bear. But anyway, I actually went to that part, and it does say it is live right now.
Yeah, but it's being labeled as enlisted, as in like.
Yeah.
Only-
Go to the description, David. Hit edit, and then put it on public.
Yeah, I was on the live thing, and
It appears as enlisted, so only
Yeah.
people that have
I
the link
understand.
are reviewing it.
Alright.
You
So
can
now-
do it,
Should work.
David. All you
I'm
gotta
gonna do it.
is
I know I am.
Like,
I do believe.
But Chase Bolivar
Trust me,
still
I
believe.
Jake
Well-
Bolivar.
What happened to Chase Bolivar, Chase?
He's back.
Back, yeah.
He came back.
Yeah, he came back. He came back from
Get
his
back to the road review.
He was very upset. You know, he didn't like SummerSlam 2014. Came back, and now he's back. And so far his feud of the year is between Jack Swagger and Bo Dallas, or the Bellas feud. He really loves that Bellas feud.
Oh,
Who doesn't?
He-
Like, they're such
yeah.
great actresses.
He-
Like, and they're.
Night of Champions preview. Just saying, he is going to defend the Bellas feud in the Night of Champions preview. I told him people don't want to hear it, but he says he needs to spread the awesomeness that is the Bellas versus Bellas. So
I don't
really
know.
got to talk about.
Yo, guys, give me like
Everybody-
2 seconds, alright, guys? I'll be back. Give me like 2 seconds here.
I'm not sure. Every
Yeah.
time the Bellas are on TV, I seem to die in the womb. So.
No, he loves that feud for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Well, we'll get into that once we get to the predictions, so we'll talk about that a little bit.
Yeah,
But I'm
let's talk
trying
about.
to get to the. What was
Oh,
that?
go ahead. Go
What
ahead,
the fuck
David.
is that?
I'm sorry.
What? Oh, that's probably his chair making that noise. Mine does the
Is
same
that a
thing.
sock puppet?
Is that a monkey?
The fuck is that thing? Put that away. The hell is your puppet doing in the damn live stream?
I don't know.
It's like, hey,
Special appearance.
that puppet
And we
looks,
got a special guest.
that puppet looks like it gets all the ladies.
He does.
I'm sure.
He gets
Whose
that.
puppet is that?
Alright. I'm not too sure if I'm doing this right. I had to go under advanced settings, right?
Look at these.
Yeah,
I,
and then on the side, on the right side of it, just say unlisted or public, and just click on public. Like it'll be like a list that says unlisted, private, or public, and click on public, and then bam.
yeah. Let me go watch that.
I
Levi,
actually don't
what's so
see it on
funny?
here though.
He's still thinking about that username that we did the show.
Oh yeah.
The
We're like,
come up-
come on a house or something.
Come up house.
I was like,
Oh,
what the,
yeah.
I'm not
Just come
seeing
on a
that
house.
right now.
I was like, what the fuck?
It should be on there, dude.
Yeah, I don't
we-
see it at all.
That was like a full on 2 minutes that we all lost our shit.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
Go back to the live stream page. Go back to the live stream page and see like if there's like a public or unlisted on the side. Like there should be like public and unlisted. Like it should be listed. Like you can change it from public to unlisted. Like it should be like a little blue theme. Like it'll be like a check mark or a lock or unlock or something like that. So
Yeah, it still says unlisted for me.
Okay.
God.
Alright,
It's
Levi, what is
because he knew
funny?
Levi was here and he didn't want to show his ugly face.
Or show it
Anyways,
monkey. Or show it monkey.
Okay, also, if you're wondering why I'm laughing, you see that? That's the monkey's penis.
I can't even.
Oh god.
Oh no, we got monkey cock.
Yeah, I might have to do it later because.
Look, it's like,
yeah,
throwing.
we'll do it later, man. Don't fret.
Yeah, I don't want to waste any much more time if people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Look, it's growing.
Okay,
Yeah.
who cares?
But
It's just its stinking tail.
yeah, in the meantime,
Puffed up like that.
Holy shit.
freaking monkey. But yeah, Brennan.
Where's your monkey at?
Oh my god.
I don't know where my monkey is. My Celtics monkey, I don't even know where he is.
My monkey
Hey,
is
that's a dinosaur, remember?
my monkey currently
Is
in
this
my
Where's that
break
hand.
bell?
time now? What the
I'm
hell
gonna
is
look for
going
my
on?
I'm gonna look for my Boston Celtics monkey. I'll be right back.
Do I gotta bring out my bear? What the hell?
Don't let him fool you, it's a dinosaur.
There.
Hey, there's a bear. There you go.
That's a badass bear. You don't want to get in the fight with that bear.
I have a CM Punk action figure, but every time he comes on the screen, he wants to walk out. So I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, since you're here, Brennan, I was gonna get your thoughts currently on TNA before we head into the predictions, by the way.
Yeah, I've mentioned it on a few podcasts I've done with Steven. TNA actually impressing me as of late. I kind of agree. I kind of agree with Simon, where I don't like him putting the title on Jessica Havoc. Or
Can't find my
Yeah,
Celtics
that's
monkey.
the.
Wait, did that happen? Wait, did they put the belt on her?
That's a spoiler. That's a spoiler.
No spoilers.
you
Some
gotta
of
say
us like to
spoiler
avoid TNA spoilers. Some of us like to avoid
We
them.
put the blame on Brendan. There you go.
Alright, that's a spoiler.
That's your fault.
I apologize.
It's an
I
angle.
apologize.
It's not real, guys. It's an angle. It's only an angle.
Yeah, it's not real. It's something I came up with in my head.
It's an idea. But go ahead.
Yeah.
So David, did you fix? Did you fix that?
No, it wasn't letting me do it since I'm doing it live, so I'm gonna end up doing it later.
Yeah, they won't let them do it because
my
I'm doing it live.
Yeah.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it
You're
live.
live.
Yeah. Yeah, TNA's been impressing me. And it's actually coming on here in a little bit. So, yeah, I think I'll tune into tonight's episode. You know,
Yeah, same here.
a former WWE superstar debut, but I'm not gonna say since some people are spoiler sensitive.
We know. We know.
Oh, dude.
I went on the internet.
I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone.
I went on the internet.
I saw some retard from some channel called The Wrestling Paradise talk about it and shit. Look like a act like a fucking retard, but you know, you can tell that guy gets no pussy with that voice, but that's around the point, you know.
That's around the point.
That's around the point.
That's for another day.
Yeah, that's your new catchphrase, but that's around the point.
Yep.
I'm gonna make the
Anyway.
Vaughn Guerrero shirt
see-
just say that's around the point.
I see that.
Hashtag that's around the
I
point.
see
Yeah,
the belts
that's-
there. I see you got
Stephon
your
Guer-
belts there.
Stephon Guerrero needs to have a shirt that
You see
on the back.
this belt here. This
What
one
belt?
was one in Holland.
Holy
Was one in
shit.
Holland.
Oh my God,
One of the biggest kickboxing tournaments in the world.
he's the one behind. He's the
So,
one.
hey,
behind the one.
Stefan, are you going to challenge Scott Adams for his COH Internet title?
If the money's right
The money, right?
We'll find out
on
eventually.
that contract.
Just gonna have to subscribe to that channel.
Yeah.
If the money's right,
Yeah.
I'll fight him.
Go subscribe
Yeah.
to the channel, everybody. They're
Yeah,
bunch of
good
people.
stuff.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Shout out
let's
to
get into
COH.
this.
Yeah.
Let's get
But
on
anyway.
to this.
It's like ladies
Yeah.
and
Let's get on to the predictions anyway, since we're
Alright,
really
cool.
about that time. Anyway, just to throw it out of the way, and which I find really interesting now, it's pretty rare that we got the pre-show for an hour now. We got Christian coming back, which is really awesome. Made my week just saying. But now with that, just so everyone, now that he's back, and before we get into everything else, do you see him actually going into more war storylines and everything like that? How do you feel about that overall, Steven? Your thoughts?
The Peep Show coming back. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. With I'm happy that Christian is back. But to me, the Peep Show is just a Peep Show nowadays. You know, it doesn't have that feel anymore of back in the. Even back in the day, it didn't have that exact feel like an actual talk show. Like compare it with, you know, the highlight reel or Piper's Pit. It's not in that level. You know what I'm saying? It was never on that level. It was just a random something for him to really do. You know, but. Do I see him coming back? I hope so. I mean, I don't see him being the world champion anytime soon.
Most likely not. No.
I don't even see him being the Intercontinental champion. There's someone there to put young talent. If anything, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. And after this, he goes to NXT with Tyson Kidd, and you know,
Right.
putting over the talent there, like a Tyler Breeze,
Well, yeah, that's fair.
a Bull Dempsey, who I think could be a world champion by next year in NXT, or a contender, to
Never
put over.
know.
But
Could happen.
that's around the point,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's really cool that he is back. I would like to see at least
Word.
one more last one, and then going into like NXT or doing stuff backstage and stuff, and as well on screen TV, like bringing his show back and everything to add more into storylines and stuff and help advance them more. I think that would be really cool and see something new for him. But that's besides the point and everything. Start your thoughts.
My thoughts on Christian being back.
Mhm.
I just gave you it.
No comment.
come back, win a few matches, get injured, repeat.
No, I mean, Christian's comeback is, it's happened so many times, and it's the same kind of gimmick of one more match. Well, just give him the one more match, and then he can just go on his way. Because Christian's career hasn't been the same since the one more match. And, he's been injured, or WWE just hasn't got any storylines for him, so what does he do? Just, he's on Zack Ryder's schedule.
Yeah. Alright. Levi, your thoughts.
Well, first off, just to show irony, we were talking crap about the world and U.S. titles, and I'm wearing them right now. But Christian being back, it's pretty much the same routine. Just come in, be a face, then turn heel, ask for one more match, gets hurt, repeat. That's really all I've got about that. But maybe they'll do something.
I'll say this too. I feel like in a way, you know what? If he gets released or he leaves, or I wouldn't mind seeing him go back to TNA.
Yeah.
Probably, but
At
I don't know if I see that happening.
At least
I think
TNA
if he leaves,
gave
that's it.
proper main event respect.
To be honest, TNA built Christian.
They did really
Christian
well with
Cage.
that.
He was a former NWA champion.
And
Even though he doesn't want to recognize himself as winning that title as his first world title, which is odd.
If anything, I know Stefan might want to get that NWA title real soon, but that's around the point.
But the thing is, right, they built him up, they made him a champion, they made him a main eventer, and I think WWE got a bit like, shit, we dropped the ball here. We should have done something with Christian. We did something with Edge, we should have done something with Christian. Just exactly the same thing with as they did something with Jeff, they didn't do anything with Matt. And yeah, okay, they brought him back, and eventually they give him the World Heavyweight Championship. But that was only because Edge was off the fucking scene. And it just seemed like they tried, but then they failed, and then they just did nothing with him. But at the same time, they didn't want TNA to have their talent and building up off them, because seriously, it just looks like TNA takes their talent, builds on them. I mean, Christian, Jeff Hardy, Bobby Lashley. I mean, the list seems to be growing.
Alright, Chase, your thoughts.
Welcome back. Just don't get another concussion. That's just my thoughts. I don't care.
Hopefully that won't happen.
Yeah, I don't care that Christian's back, man. I mean, he ain't gonna do shit. So it's like, like have him randomly feud with someone for the mid-card belt where he's not gonna win it. I don't care, man. I mean, he can wrestle a good match, but whatever.
All right, Brennan, your thoughts.
I appreciate Christian as a talent, but I do think it's too injury prone. He's one of the characters now. When you see on screen, it just gets annoying. It's kind of like Kane to me. I get annoyed every time I see Kane, but
my name is Kane. My name is Kane. My name is Kane.
I'm a cucumber.
It's like crazy. Every time I see Kane, or every time I see Christian on my screen, I just go.
You had to do that.
No, you guys are delusional. Kane is a
Terrible.
star still. Kane is money. He's making money right. He's got a family to feed, people.
Yeah.
No,
Don't bully Kane.
he's totally making that.
Just like, all of us here, we got families to feed. Not that I know of, but it's around the point.
Damn it! Where are you getting these damn sound effects from? These are just like falling from the sky.
I know.
Now, Levi, man, why were you showing your monkey's dick? What the fuck was up with that, bro?
Yeah, it was only a creeper. Come on now.
He likes monkey dick.
The wrestling bear is The wrestling bear is not here, bro. He's not here. He's preparing right now. He's in training mode.
That
He'll
monkey,
be back.
That monkey was looking at the Velvet naked photo.
I got a family to feed. Shoot.
Alright, so should I give my quick thoughts on Christian coming back?
Yeah,
right.
Go ahead, man.
I like Christian. He's still a great performer, but his returns never meant shit. Like, he did that stupid one last match thing with fucking Del Rio, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And he had this pointless IC title run somewhere in the middle of that. Like, Christian coming back, he's never getting a big push ever again. The only reason why he won the world title is because Edge retired, and
exactly
they gave him what? How long was that run? Not even a month.
Like 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days, and then the second run was like 3 weeks to a month.
It's like, my God, Christian World Heavyweight title run was laughable.
Jesus Christ. Okay, anyways.
Alright, let the man talk. Come on, now you're being a dick.
Oh no.
That one wasn't me. That one wasn't me.
Alright, just to finish it off. So I'm just going to put people over, be there just for the sake of being there because he's Christian. And but other than that, he's never going to have a great heel run like how he did in 04. Where the...
It's Brendan.
Fucking crickets.
I swear to God, the last two weren't me. I swear to God.
Bullshit.
I'm about to beat these crickets' motherfucking ass any second now.
But yeah, anyway,
I don't care if Christian's back, but he should put on some good matches. End of thoughts.
Alright,
I was expecting the crickets, but move on.
I know, I'm muted.
Alright.
Alright, but anyway, now getting into, finally the predictions for Night of Champions, and getting overall with the predictions for the first match, just to get this out the way, with the Triple Threat Divas Championship match. Honestly, I'm going to go with Paige in this one. Steven, your thoughts?
Divas title, triple threat. Let's be honest, people, ladies and gentlemen, floozies and jerk jobs, harlots and bozos. Let's be fucking real here, people. The writing's on the wall as we speak right now. This is WWE once again shoving Total Divas down our throats. I can see it now. You're going to have Nikki Bella roll up AJ Lee for the win. Pull the tights. I can see it happening, guys. And then once again shoving this Total Divas down our throats. Hey, boo it all you want, but hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yes. Yes.
It's about making money, people. If you're not here to make money, then you don't belong. Point blank.
Alright, Levi, your thoughts?
I could see Paige retaining, but it's like Steven said, I wouldn't be surprised if Nikki won.
Yeah, same.
Because they want to probably have that Bella's feud be for the title. So
Don't do that, man. Come on. It's not his fault he can't read.
He
can't read.
That sound effect's not even on.
You need some glasses. Oh my god.
What the hell was that?
What was that?
Oh.
Alright, anyway, Scott, your
Brought
thoughts?
to you by Wendy's Honey Mustard.
There's your cheap promotion. Anyway, Scott, go ahead.
I'm gonna put my money on Paige.
Alright.
Paige gonna win it. There's unless they're gonna do an AJ winning it, or Total Divas.
Don't get him started.
Y'all pissing me the hell off!
Y'all pissing me the hell off!
Chase, your
All
thoughts,
right,
man.
Reggie. All right, Reggie. Okay.
All right. So,
Reggie Taylor.
Alright, good job.
all right. So not only do I have my predictions, I also have Chase Bolivar's predictions. He wrote them down.
Alright.
So I'm predicting Paige to retain because they gave her the belt for a reason. And all right, stop.
Alright,
Stop with
chill,
the
man.
effects, please.
What
Stop
the-
with the effects.
Just calm down.
Stop with the
Yeah.
effects, please.
These damn effects!
They're throwing me off, man.
Yeah,
So
they
anyway,
really are.
I'm predicting Paige just because they gave the belt for a reason, and I think they're gonna try to conclude Paige and AJ separately, and I think Bree's gonna come out to interrupt Nikki. But Chase Bolivar has Nikki Bella winning because he thinks the Bella Twins feud is the feud of the year, and he believes Nikki Bella needs the Divas title, so that way Nikki and Bree can have an awesome Divas Championship match inside a Hell in a Cell. That's what Chase Bolivar. That's Chase Bolivar, not me.
Chase Bolivar.
Not me.
Yeah,
He
because
says that's
they're
all.
You know what's funny? No, Chase, you know what's funny? The Wrestling Bear just sent me. He agrees that Nikki Bella is going to win and have, according to him, the longest Divas title run, longer than AJ Lee.
Yeah, I can see that too. But that's what Chase Bolivar wrote in his notes. So
So the Wrestling Bear tweeting.
Alright, Brennan, without sound effects. Your thoughts.
Okay, no sound effect. I'll do it without sound effects this time. It may be less exciting without the sound effects.
It'll be fine, trust me.
But here we go.
That'd be awesome.
Here we go. Anytime you got beautiful women in the ring, you're gonna have a good time. But I'd say this match.
It's a match, it's not a porno.
I know, but
just predict who's gonna win.
Come on, quick prediction.
Nikki Bella. I'm gonna say.
There you go, alright.
Is there a reason why you're choosing Nikki?
Because like Steven said, Rodney Conwell.
Okay.
Okay, here's another one. How long do you think this match will be? I say under 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Under
Yeah.
5.
It's not gonna get a lot of time.
I say 2.5.
It'll be the length of my penis. It'll be the length of my penis.
5, 10.
So it'll be a second long match. I didn't know that was possible.
Damn,
Yeah.
how far away is
Wow.
your toilet?
Alright, Austin, your thoughts.
Alright, I'm gonna make this short and sweet. Paige is gonna.
Oh
Okay,
my
where the
God.
fuck?
Stop.
Never mind.
Stop.
Never mind.
I swear to God.
Come on, Brennan.
That
Let the
no,
man talk.
no, I
Um,
promise you. I promise you that is not me. I am being dead honest with you guys. That is not
It's
me.
Levi. You can tell by his smile on his face.
Yeah.
Levi, you're getting me in trouble. Stop it.
Monotone Levi.
Alright, as I was saying, I'm picking Paige for the win because Nikki and Bree's stupid for the title. And they gave her the belt for a reason. I don't think they just make it flop back and forth just for a short amount of time and give it to
Yeah.
Nikki. So I see Bree interfering and Paige retaining.
Hey guys, you think about it too? It could be worse, They could have Cameron in this match.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I said this I wrote this on Facebook, and I'll say it again. Cameron, she can go to Japan and train for 10 years in the New Japan dojo, and she still would suck. She would still suck.
She still wouldn't know shit.
Yeah, that's sad.
Exactly.
I've said it millions of times. How does a chick like her, who knows nothing about wrestling, can't talk, can't wrestle, in the company? She must have sucked somebody's dick so good that he
Hey,
won.
Hey, look at Eva Marie.
Hey, Michael Hayes needs his blowjobs, dog. Leave him alone.
Oh no. Let's not bring that in.
Yo, I heard he gets Viagra and his proteins. All right, here we go. Boom.
Alright.
Giving a new name to the name Freebird.
You want to
Yeah.
push? You want to push? Here, you push.
Anyway, moving on with the Mark Henry and Rusev match, even though I would like to see Mark Henry really get that win, but I think Rusev is going to still really get another win and continue things on and having a streak. So, Steven, you pick.
I couldn't agree more. I see Rusev getting the win here. You know, obviously they're using Mark Henry just so Rusev can go over. You know, and maybe after this, from what I've read, from what I've heard, they're gonna plan to have somewhere down the line a John Cena Rusev feud. Where obviously they're getting the win, you know, but hey, you know, overall though, this should be an interesting match. All right,
Yeah.
but I see Rusev going over here. But that's around the point.
All right, Scott, you pick.
My prediction is it's not really a prediction. It's more of a advertisement for the WWE Network. It's
In Russia.
buy Night of Champions this Sunday for the WWE Network, because not only we give you one piss break, we give you two. Because
For $9.99.
For $9.99, we give you an extended piss break, because you can go watch the Divas match. Well, you actually won't watch the Divas match because you're probably having a piss right then, and then you can have your extended piss break throughout Rusev
That's
and
a lot
Mark
of
Henry.
piss breaks.
That's the shit break. Like,
Wow.
Yeah,
and get a
big
pizza,
shit.
get ice cream. You have all that time in the world.
Okay. All right, Levi, you pick.
But no,
go ahead.
my honest prediction, I reckon maybe Mark Henry might win it.
All right, Levi, go ahead.
I'm going to say Mark Henry wins. I believe that whole Rusev Cena feud is false, but who knows? But I am going to go with Mark Henry because Rusev, I think, needs to lose now. As much as I like Rusev, it's about for that time for him to
You are the first American that I know to admit that he likes Rusev.
Hey, I like
That's right,
Rusev
So
too.
what
being honest.
Levi's trying to say is, if Rusev wins, Levi's going to come down to the WWE and he's going to fight Rusev.
Or
No.
The War Machine Levi McIntyre would kill Rusev.
oh god.
Put him in the choke and he'll pass out with his
Get that thrash splash on him.
Yeah.
I
Chase,
thought it
your
was
thoughts?
a wrestling match, not sexual positions. You could put him in.
We don't need that.
Oh,
Well, either way.
That'd hurt my eyes.
Either way.
Chase, your thoughts.
My prediction's Rusev because they're just using this to fill time with Mark Henry. I can see it ending kind of like they did with the Jack Swagger, trying to get one more pay-per-view out of it. Chase Bolivar's prediction is Mark Henry because he says America is awesome and Rusev sucks dick.
Go America. Brendan, your thoughts.
I'm a fan of Rusev as well, you know. And I think he's gonna win here. You know, and I read about the Cena thing too. Let's take a guy who has all the momentum on his side and feed him to Cena, the momentum killer.
Okay, what momentum does Rusev have? No one cares about the fat Rusev. People don't care about the stupid manager. He has no momentum.
Lana has momentum.
Lana
yeah.
has momentum,
Why
not
why
Rusev.
Lana with the hair down.
Well, I think
Lana with the hair down.
I think Lana Booty has more momentum.
I'm
than
just
Lana.
waiting.
Lana's
I'm
hot,
just
though.
waiting for the fans to actually start chanting, "Get your tits out."
Oh, wow. Dude, Fabian.
These fans are too pussyfied to even chant that shit. So man, dude. These fans think like when guys go out there and kick out of two finishers, like a match is awesome all of a sudden.
All right, Austin, your thoughts.
I really.
No, God damn it.
Levi, stop, dog.
Levi.
Levi, stop, man. Serious.
I do blame Levi, and for that, fuck you, dickhead. Anyways,
All right, go ahead.
I really want to say Mark Henry. I think he could win, but it's most likely going to be Rusev just because Mark Henry just came out of nowhere to do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Rusev has been winning matches, and I think it makes more sense for him to win, even though I want to see him lose because I like Rusev, but I really think it should be time for him to lose, but I don't think Mark Henry is going to be the person. And at the end of the match, Rusev's going to go and go that thing that he,
Go crazy.
that shit that he does. Yeah, going into the rave that he.
What the fuck is that?
There's a lot of pressure.
No. Honestly, I'm going to change my prediction. I'm going to say Rusev wins just so that we can have then at the next pay-per-view will be the Great Khali
No.
versus Rusev in a I cannot understand what you're talking about match. Let's see who wins.
Look it, Scott. Look it.
Alright, getting to the next match anyway. With Roman Reigns.
I don't
and
think
Seth Rollins.
Did Brendan predict? Brendan didn't
Yeah, he
predict.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we got his prediction.
I didn't hear him.
Yeah, he said he loves America and Rusev sucks dick.
No,
No.
no,
That was Chase Oliver.
Okay, Fuller. I'll say my prediction again. I pick Rusev.
Oh, okay.
Nah. Alright, with the next match going in with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, and I agree this should have just kept for the pay-per-view, honestly. It'll still be a great match, but now, since Roman Reigns did win, I kind of want to see Seth Rollins get the win on there. Probably won't happen, but never really know. It can also go either way, so with me, with all honesty, I am going to go with Seth Rollins. Steven, your thoughts?
Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. I'm going to be honest with you guys. What's the point of them going at it at the pay-per-view if they faced off on Raw?
The rematch.
Don.
Yeah. I feel like this is once again just to get the Triple H, the chase to face Triple H, if you will.
I'm so pissed off that match is not happening on this show.
Don't be surprised that after if Roman wins this one and a Hell in a Cell he has to go up against Corporate Kane. Then at Survivor Series he faces Triple H. But in all honesty, I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns once again. I see Dean Ambrose coming back and starting the feud with Rollins once again. Or if not, maybe have Ambrose come back on Raw. And I'll get to later why I say that. So I'm going with Roman Reigns here.
Alright, Scott, you pick.
Why is the match happening? That's simple because everybody just wants to hear da-dum, 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 dum, da. That's the only reason why the match. Just for the pop of Roman Reigns. I reckon probably Dean Ambrose will come out and really kick ass, creating like a bit of a tag team bond between obviously Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. It could end up being like mini Shield versus Seth and Kane. I'm not sure how they're going to go plan out with this. It just seems like they have got some sort of storyline with it, but they just don't know how they're planning out with it. I like to see what WWE's got for this because hopefully it could be a good match, and it could be a good storyline. But I'm going to go with Roman Reigns just because Seth at the moment he looks like he's not going to win a match cleanly.
All right, Levi, your thoughts?
Roman Reigns because I'm going to go with Roman Reigns because unlike some people, I like Roman Reigns. Yay! I'm going with Reigns because I think he needs to. I mean, if Rollins wins, it's going to be a dirty finish if Rollins wins. Do I see Ambrose coming back at Night of Champions? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
All right, Chase.
Roman Reigns being a DQ because Seth Rollins is like a chicken shit heel and he gets mad and he uses a chair or something. And this feud is stupid. This feud is literally stupid. Like Roman Reigns all of a sudden now cares about Dean Ambrose. He didn't care about Dean Ambrose before. Now all of a sudden this motherfucker cares. Like fuck off. Just give me Roman Reigns Triple H. Chase Bolivar's prediction is Seth Rollins because he believes that Seth Rollins will cash in the Money in the Bank contract at Hell in a Cell. So he wants Seth Rollins to get a big pay-per-view win. So that's his prediction.
All right. Brendan, your thoughts?
I am picking Seth Rollins for this, just because I don't think a loss to Seth Rollins will hurt Roman Reigns. Because Roman Reigns is already, he's already been booked like a Superman, and I'm a fan. And I'm a fan of Roman Reigns. I love Roman Reigns. I'm a big fan of him. I don't see Dean Ambrose come back at the pay-per-view or on the Raw Monday night. So I am going to pick Seth Rollins for this.
All right. Austin, your thoughts?
This is a tricky one because I either see Seth winning dirty or Roman Reigns just being fucking Superman and winning again. But if I were to pick between the two, I'd probably go with Roman Reigns. I know a lot of people like say, "Oh, we're all gonna hate Roman Reigns in the future." I like Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I like Seth a little more, but because I like technical wrestling and I prefer that over a big, ginormous, muscular dude. But
Yeah.
I don't think Ambrose is gonna come back at Night of Champions. But if he does, then Roman Reigns is definitely winning, obviously because of the distraction. But to make it short, I pick Roman Reigns for the win.
All right. So continuing things on.
I like to add just a little bit, just
Yeah.
because obviously it's said about Money in the Bank.
Sure.
Obviously, yes, Seth Rollins is the Money in the Bank. I'd put him a bit more evidence onto why I'm backing Roman Reigns is because I think out of the Shield members, he's going to be the first to get the WWE Championship, and I hope that they probably give him the WWE Championship, have Seth cash in and maybe win, and then have Dean kind of like, or have Dean somewhere in the mix, either because he's cashed in and then obviously wants his title shot, or you know, as they keep saying, you know, every time Seth's gonna put a cash in, Dean's there to you know, stop him, and maybe he might fail at Money in the Bank, and then you know it'll be a triple threat. Either way, I think Roman Reigns is gonna, you know, get that push to towards the WWE Championship to kind of build towards the Shield triple threat, whatever.
Interesting. All right, so with the next match, getting into with Randy Orton and Chris Jericho, pretty much a few we do. Honestly, I am gonna go with Randy Orton this one, even though Chris Jericho would be cool for a win. But honestly, I am gonna go with Randy Orton. Should be a good match. Steven, your thoughts?
What was the match again?
Randy Orton and Chris Jericho.
Okay, this match to me is the filler match. Once again, I see Orton going over in the simple fact that I see Jericho leaving after this is over with to work with Fozzy. So there you go.
Yeah. Levi, your thoughts?
Orton, unfortunately, but I would love to see Jericho win. I'm sure this is going to be a good match. Orton and Jericho, I have never seen Jericho and Orton have a terrible match ever. So I say this will be good, but unfortunately, Orton's have to win because Jericho probably might be leaving. Though they could surprise us and Jericho could stick around. I don't know.
All right, Chase, your thoughts? Is your boy winning?
No. Jericho's going to beat Randy Orton, causing Randy Orton to have his IED and temper fits that he's known to be having. And then afterwards, he will send Jericho away with a punt to the head. Chase Bolivar's prediction is Randy Orton because Chris Jericho sucks because he has to do Fozzy over wrestling, so he is not awesome. So Chase Bolivar's mad about that. But yeah, no, I just think that Jericho's gonna win because it's too predictable for Orton to win. So it's gonna be a good match, but really, to be honest, what does Orton beating Jericho do for him? It does nothing. It does nothing for Randy Orton. If you have it for Randy Orton, you know, punch the shit out of Jericho afterwards and show some rage. At least it shows some character development inside of Randy Orton, even though he's done that for the umpteenth time. So that's why I think it's probably Jericho's going to surprise us with a win here. I think they're going to surprise us with Jericho winning. So.
Yo, Brian, what's up with your chair, bro?
Yeah, it's kind of
you're
like going out
fucking.
weird.
Yeah, I need to get a new one. I apologize.
My old chair used to do something like that. It's annoying.
Yeah, my chair sounds like it's got a dying dog or whatever.
I thought it was a dog. But go ahead.
But yeah, Randy Orton, Chris Jericho. This seems like a really weird match to me. Kind of, at least for me, it came out of nowhere. You know, I see Orton winning, but for me, and this is horrible of me to say about Orton Jericho match, but I could care less about it. You know, I really could care less.
So you're not a wrestling fan, then? Just kidding.
Well, I know. I should just quit watching right now. But yeah, I see Orton winning here.
Alright, Austin, your thoughts?
Again, I mean, I'm sure it's not gonna be a bad match, but this was out of fucking nowhere, and honestly, I could give a shit less about it. Like,
I agree, my friend.
Yeah, like it's sad because it's Chris
Yeah, I
and
know.
Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Excited, but the feud is just out of nowhere. How am I
Yeah.
supposed to be excited? There's like a 3-week build that's stupid build. Like the story
Mhm.
blows ass, and it's just like, who gives a shit? But honestly, I'm kind of gonna go with the less popular. I'm gonna go with Jericho for the win.
Nice.
So, and I hope he wins. So there you go.
All right, we'll see.
Scott,
Getting
we
it.
didn't get
Was that
we didn't get Scott's prediction.
Scott? Your thoughts?
When did this match become a shovel match? Basically, how I see it as a shovel match is because the build-up to the match has been, what is it, the highlight reel where Randy Orton was on the highlight reel, and basically Jericho was saying, Randy, you had everything handed to you. And then obviously the attack backstage to Jericho, and then obviously now it's a match. And what am I right? I think it was it on Raw when he said, you know, Jericho's jealous because obviously Jericho's had to work for it, kind of thing. Where Randy Orton's been that good that he didn't really have to work for it. But how I see it is, it's just we was mentioning earlier about the whole World Heavyweight Championship belt. It's just I just feel like it's another burial on that because what is it? The tail of the tape, basically forgetting about all the championship reigns and just going to the basic what makes them both alike. Is that they're trying to say, Randy Orton is the first ever WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and Chris Jericho is the first undisputed champion. Both done exactly the same thing. You know, they've merged the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship to make the undisputed title or World WWE. But I just feel like Randy Orton shouldn't have, you know, the title of saying, oh, he was the first WWE World Heavyweight Champion. No, you're technically you're not. You're the second. But there you go. I just think it's just like a burial on the whole WCW thing.
You're overthinking it, man. You're overthinking that.
Yeah.
Jericho's the first ever WWF Undisputed Champion. Randy Orton's the first ever WWE Heavyweight Champion. Two different names whatsoever, man. So you're overthinking it. But he did bring up a good point. They could have brought something up to make a feud like this, be like Jericho, be like, Randy, we have something in common. We both have merged the titles. We are both champions of champions. Why don't we have a match? Who's the better champion? Like, you know, instead of having the highlight reel where God came in and buried everyone because he's Triple H, you could have had it where instead you just set up the match simple. You could have just had it simple where it's like Jericho and Orton want to just prove who's the better man, who is the better guy to merge the titles. Perfect build-up right there. But I don't think it's like a burial towards Jericho or WCW.
Oh,
that's way
not a burial
towards
Jericho. Forget it. When you think about it, it's how it's the burial to WCW is the fact that that they're saying that they understand that's a merge, but how they never say it's the merge of the two heavyweight titles. It's just unifying the titles. It's, you know, it was just unifying the WF and the WCW belt. Compared to Randy Orton's merge, it was two World Heavyweight Championships.
You forget who was in that merge with Randy Orton and what year we're in. We're in 2013-14 at that point. John Cena is the biggest dude, so of course you're going to make that match more high profile than it needs to be. Back in 2001, mid-carders were bigger than John fucking Cena, so they didn't need to have to hype it up that much. Who was in that 4-man tournament for the world title? Angle was built up. Jericho was built up. Austin was built up to the fucking moon, and Rock was like in a house on the moon. So, you know what I'm saying, man? It's like it's different times, eras in wrestling. Where like John Cena needs to they had to overhype it because her product sucks. Let's just face it, it sucks. So they had to overhype it for that.
I mean, I don't mind them overhyping it. I don't mind them giving it a different name, even though I still think they should have just called it the Undisputed WWE Championship. But it's just the fact that they've give Randy Orton another thing to add on to his list of achievements, where he should be noted as the second person to be undisputed champion, rather than to do a unification match kind of for the.
If we're gonna be real here, the first ever undisputed champion was Razor Ramon because he unified the IC titles. They're calling that the undisputed title. So I'm just saying it's not that big of a. I don't think it's that big of a deal that they.
Yeah, but that's mid card. That's not like the World Heavyweight Championships of two, brand split or company kind of thing. But that's just my thoughts on it. I just think the way they've kind of put it over as he's the first WWE World Heavyweight Champion, it's just like they're trying to add more onto his list. Just exactly like the same thing as John Cena. Obviously, he's going to be the guy who's going to be beating Ric Flair's title reign of 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. It's just the two top guys in WWE at the moment is Randy Orton and John Cena, and they're going to keep building on them two people. But Randy Orton's kind of slacking on list of credentials compared to John Cena.
Yeah. So how do you see winning out of that, though?
Oh yeah, real quick. Speaking of Jericho and whether or not he may stay after Night Champion, maybe not, because actually starting tonight is the run of tour dates for Fozzy and Austin. If you're still here,
He's moving right now. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'll let him know.
I'm here.
Okay, well, real quick.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh. So I see on the Fozzy tour dates they're having a show on October 7th in Boston, and the band, including Jericho, is going to be at Austin at your local Newberry Comics.
Oh! Wait, what? Wait, can you repeat that again? What about Newberry Comics?
Oh shit.
They're playing Fozzy's playing a show in Boston on October 7th at the I'm trying to find out at the HOB venue in Boston. They're having a promotional event signing at Newberry Comics at your local Newberry Comics.
Which one is it? Does it say the city it's in?
But it's in Boston.
Yeah, you'll have to look at the Fozzy website.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
And by the way, Jericho, if you guys listen to Talk to Jericho, he said in his preview before talking to the Hardy Boys,
I was
going to be his final match. It was going to be his final match for the WWE for a while. So.
Yeah, but he will be back, of course, as always. But anyway, moving on.
Timer for life.
Yeah, but getting things on too with the predictions, so we can finish things off too. Going for the tag team titles. With this one, this should be obviously another good match. I do see the Usos retaining, and as well with Stardust and Goldust. Like I said before, I think it's split up there being a heel, but I think the Usos are going to win. Heel Steven, your thoughts?
I'm going to give this to the Usos, I do see it being a good match, but part of me said the Usos will retain, just so when the Ascension comes in, they'll take the belts from them.
Hey, don't steal my gimmick.
I've been doing that for a while, bro.
I've been doing that since when they were facing the Wyatt family, and everyone thought the Wyatt family was going to win.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey, I'm
been doing that.
I'm gonna steal both of your gimmicks because that's my prediction as well.
Okay.
That's my belief. The writing's on the wall, people. The writing's on the wall. The only time. Hey, who to say that, hey, once the Usos win, the lights go out and in comes the Ascension in the ring.
When I say ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
And they take out the Usos, then you see them, doing the little pose with the tag team titles in the ring.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure the crowd won't chant yeah, but hey,
It's gotta be.
Still be a moment.
It's gotta be Connor and Victor. It's gotta be Connor and Victor.
Doesn't really work the same.
Now they're to bring in Tyler Breeze. That'd work out.
Yeah, I would too.
I would like to see him on the main roster.
Tyler Breeze, he can sell his ass off, man.
I have no shame. I downloaded his theme song.
It's in my eyes.
No shame.
Look at me.
Word, yeah.
Alright, moving on, Scott, your thoughts for the pick on the tag titles.
I think Cody and Goldust is gonna. Stardust and Goldust, or Gold, as they've been promoting him as now. I think they're going to win it. And
Nice.
obviously, you guys keep saying that the Ascension. I do think having Goldust and Stardust will be a good match against the Ascension compared to the Usos. The Usos have had a long run, and I think their time is just about up.
The town is up.
Alright. Levi, your thoughts?
As much as I want Gold and Stardust to win the titles, I say the Usos retain because all this is leading up to the Ascension coming up to take the belts from them. And Chase, I'm stealing your gimmick, and I've been saying this a little bit before the whole Wyatt Uso feud. So
No,
there.
dude, I was a no. False. Because in the hot seat live, no, you have not. Because in the hot seat live, you were on the show. You predicted the Wyatt family to win, motherfucker.
Oh,
But we have the proof.
I honestly
The
You
video
had
is
the Wyatt family win. Liar.
oh shit!
I was there live. I was commentating. I was the only
Yes,
one.
you were.
Dude.
Levi sucks. Levi
That
sucks.
deserves
Levi
a sound
sucks.
effect. Liar.
Learn.
Burn.
Oh, he got you.
Right.
Holy shit!
I honestly
Chase.
don't even remember that
Wait.
episode, but whatever.
Chase, play the clip.
I'll have to send it to you.
I'm not
It's
gonna
like-
No, we're not
do
gonna
it.
get into that right
I
now.
know, it was the first ever time Usos and Wyatt were choosing. And Levi's like, well, they're gonna give it to the Wyatt family here, and they're that's all they have left. The Wyatt family deserve it. They gotta build up the Wyatt. He chose the
That's
Wyatt.
close enough as a
Everyone in that chose the Wyatt family. Everyone in that call chose the Wyatt family. I chose the Usos in the
Yeah.
comment section. So
You did.
I've been saying for the longest time, ever since the Usos retained at WrestleMania, because I thought they were going to give it to the Real Americans. I actually thought they were going to give it to them. That was stupid on my part. But the Usos, ever since they retained at WrestleMania, I said, they're building these motherfuckers up as the longest reigning tag team. They're going to build them up as a dominant tag team just for the Ascension to beat them. That's what I truly think, because the Ascension, they're going to be a heel team when they come up. They can't play baby faces to save their lives, man. I mean, really, to be honest. In front of the NXT crowd, they're baby faces, but that's 1,000 diehard wrestling fans. In front of casual fans, I'm sorry. Like, if I brought some random chick to a wrestling show, she would be like, I hate those guys. Those Ascension people are weirdos. No one would get behind the Ascension. So I'm just saying, they're weird. They're weirdos, man. So, really, to be honest, I have the Usos retaining here. Chase Bolivar has the Dust Twins. He has Stardust and Goldust, and his reasoning is because Stardust is awesome. All you haters need to suck it. Stardust and Goldust at WrestleMania 31 in a Hollywood Backlot Brawl. He actually thinks Stardust will win a Hollywood Backlot Brawl.
What is this thing called Star Awesome? People need to learn to accept it because I love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Stardust rule.
I miss Cody. I miss Cody.
I don't.
Hashtag believe in Chase Bolivar.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Brendan, you
He's
pick.
an idiot sometimes, but.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I reckon if Goldust and Stardust don't win, do you reckon they'll go back to having Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes?
No, they'll just have them tag team on Superstars against El Torito and Hornswoggle.
No, not that. I don't want to see that.
Oh, that's gonna happen, motherfuckers.
Right.
Or do you think they'll go to NXT and win the NXT tag team
Pick
titles?
anyway.
Lucha Dragons, bro.
Yeah.
Alright, Brendan, you pick.
About the Usos and the I already answered, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't.
Oh, well, if I did, then.
No, he did answer because he said he was selling Austin's gimmick. So
Oh, yeah.
it's Austin.
Right.
Austin is
Yeah,
right.
Austin. go
My
ahead.
pick, I picked the Dust, and they better win, even though the Ascension is going to come up eventually.
Right.
The Dusts, I think, are just ready. I think they're over enough, and I just think they're going to get the win.
Okay. Alright, so now, next.
Although the Ascension got their ass kicked by Hideo Itami.
They're trying to make Hideo look strong, so when he beats Adrian Little Troll Neville for the belt, he looks good or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright. Anyway, getting into the next match where we have Sheamus and Cesaro.
Oh,
To me, I
God.
think Cesaro should win the match. Honestly, that's just me. Steven, your thoughts?
You already know, guys. I'm always for Cesaro, but unfortunately,
Oh, yeah, man.
But here's
Cesaro for the win.
the unfortunate part, though. Cesaro already been a U.S. champion, and they didn't do shit with it. So what makes you think now that if he were to win it, hypothetically speaking, what makes you think that they're gonna actually do something with it? Let's be real here, guys. The U.S. title is the we don't give a fuck title. That's pretty much what it's become. All right.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'll go with Cesaro, but I already know that even if he wins it, it's whatever. But that's around the point.
Yeah, all right, Scott.
Hashtag that's around the point.
Yeah.
I'm
Scott, your pick.
I'm gonna agree with Stephen here, but at the
Alright.
same time, I'm gonna go with I mean, I could just say bad news Barrett here. I'm afraid I got some bad news because the bad news is Cesaro's gonna win, and the bad news is gonna be he's gonna get exactly the same treatment where bad news Barrett had the Intercontinental Champion. Now it's Cesaro's turn to have the United States Championship and do exactly the same thing.
Alright, Levi, you pick.
Levi disappeared. Oh.
Who dares awaken me from my sleep?
No falling asleep on the live
Really?
stream, jackass.
Oh,
What's wrong with you?
I was just messing, but to be honest with you, Sheamus' title reign's bound to come to an end, and I think Cesaro should win. But then again, people out there keep on saying, "Oh, WWE's burying Cesaro. They're not doing crap with him." Let's be real. WWE wants to book him as a top babyface at some point. They're just making him do this stuff for now until that time comes. So that way he'll be on TV and he has something to do until they get to that point when they want to build him up. That's why Cesaro, why he would sometimes lose matches or win matches and be in random matches or whatever, because they're just, all this is just time filler until that time. So I'd still say Cesaro will win, just so that way he would have a belt until that point, but
Yeah.
we'll
Alright. Chase, your thoughts?
Steven pretty much said it, man. Like, they're going to give the belt to Cesaro. He ain't going to do shit. I mean, if Sheamus, who's a part of the Breakfast Club, is not being featured all that much as U.S. champion, what makes me think Cesaro, who's like one of the Breakfast Club little bitches, is going to be featured as much? So, really, to be honest, like, I can give Cesaro the chance. I'm giving Cesaro the win here, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sheamus hits that random real quick. Chase Bolivar says Sheamus because he thinks Sheamus' United States title run is as good as Dean Ambrose's, which was also an awesome title run. So he thinks Sheamus should keep the belt.
What title run? Come on, tell me what title run Dean
Hey,
Ambrose.
you have to talk to Chase Bolivar about that,
Alright.
man. He has weird thoughts sometimes, dog.
Yeah, you have to follow him on Twitter.
Dean
We
Ambrose.
all have opinions,
So-
Scott. We all have
So
opinions.
wait, Chase. So you mean to tell me that the Breakfast Club now is Triple H, John Cena, Randy Orton,
Alright, we don't have to get
Yeah,
into that.
Batista. Yeah, that's a Breakfast Club.
and Batista? Yeah,
That's the
that
Breakfast
makes
Club.
sense. That makes sense.
Alright. Brandon, you pick.
I could drop my fucking glasses. Shit.
That's not right.
But,
Who was that?
Come on.
I
Hey,
just killed it.
someone else did the sound effect beside me.
What happened,
No.
man?
No, you guys
Alright.
know that. You guys know that wasn't me because I wouldn't do sound effect for myself.
Yeah.
But you know.
I blame Levi.
But I forgot what we were in fucking.
Cesaro, Sheamus.
Yes.
Cesaro Sheamus. Okay. I do believe Cesaro's gonna get the title here, but I agree with everybody that says it's gonna be like the first title run where he didn't do shit with it. And Jesus, who the fuck is that?
Alright.
Maybe
But that's around the point.
that's around the
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Boom.
He's gonna be.
Just accept it.
It's gonna suck. Cesaro.
Oh my
Damn.
God, manners, dog.
Come on, Levi.
You know, it's like Jesus. You know.
But then Levi's a hillbilly. He doesn't know better.
You got Cesaro gonna win the title. You got Levi burping all over the place. It's just gonna be fucking. It's gonna be.
Hey, that
fucking
first
insane.
one was not me.
Yeah, it was.
Well, it wasn't. That was Scott. He's the only other one who has evil sounding.
I haven't been burped once.
I wasn't
Don't
gonna
blame
blame
Scott.
I wasn't gonna
He didn't
blame
do
Scott.
anything.
Scott's laying down. I wouldn't blame him. Come on.
Stop making
Alright.
excuses, Levi.
Yeah, Austin, you pick.
All right, I'm gonna go with Cesaro. Obviously, I mean, it's not because I'm like Cesaro's my favorite guy right now, but I mean, I
Right.
really think that Sheamus, his run has been too long with too little to do, and Cesaro needs something to do. And I think Levi hit the nail on the head by saying he needs something to do until he turns face. And I think just a random ass title run will do the trick. But I'm gonna go with Cesaro for the win.
I'm calling it now. He wins the belt. Next pay-per-view on the pre-show, defending the title.
Exactly.
We don't need any of that. Hopefully
That's
that
all
won't
he
happen.
ever did with the first train.
On the WWE. Matter of fact, you know what they should do?
Come on.
They should make a WWE Network champion. They
They
should
probably won't. I don't think
make
they're
a
going to do
network
that.
champion.
And it'll say
That's not gonna happen.
$9.99
Defending the
gold.
belt only on the
Yeah.
WWE Network on the pre-shows and shit like that. That's wrong.
Well,
Yeah, that'd be a cheap
$9.99
belt.
belt.
That'd be a really that belt would cost $9.99.
That for $9, we're gonna make it
All you gotta do-
$9.99.
All you gotta do is get the big. Or no, I picked up the wrong belt.
Really?
Picked the wrong belt.
Okay, all they gotta do is just get the toy version of this and just put WWE Network all over it. $9.99 is the price.
That's really buried.
If
big
that
hole.
happens.
That would, if
that's
they actually did that, that's cool.
What do you all think of the new $9.99 commercial that they played?
Okay, who cares?
Absolutely.
Let's stop.
Yeah, let's keep going on.
Let's keep
We're
going.
almost done too anyway. But
Well,
with the next match, going into with Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, obviously I think Dolph Ziggler's going to retain. I would like to see it. Hopefully it does. Steven, your pick.
I got a feeling that, hey, this time around, Miz will become the new Intercontinental Champion. I see it happening.
Yeah.
Then again, these two guys, say what you want, they got good chemistry.
They do, yeah.
They do. Who's to say that, maybe it would have been awesome to see these guys have a stipulation match, maybe like, a ladder match, something like that, for the Intercontinental title.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Next month. Yeah.
I doubt it. I think this is just a blow off. But then again, who knows, really? And now that you have, now that you have R. Ziggler and Damien Mizdow and ringside and JBL, how can you tell them apart? Hello, retard.
We can clearly
Are you
tell.
colorblind? Oh, you retard.
It's not that.
Even if you were
It's really
colorblind,
not
you'd be
that
able to
bad.
tell that he's black. He's that damn dark.
Yeah.
But other than that, though, I'm going to go with...
Here on In the Hot Seat Live, we don't support racism.
Yeah, not in the wrong way.
We don't support racism in the wrong way. I'm just trying to make that clear.
Exactly.
I mean,
This
Yeah.
is not too for
With all
anybody
due
out there.
respect. Come on.
It's all
Yeah.
love. It's all love, people.
Exactly.
Mhm. Come from all races here.
Word. People think I'm Samoan. People think I'm Filipino at my job. You'd
Really?
be surprised. I had this one guy at my job come
That's
to me.
crazy.
Aloha, brother. Aloha, makalele. I'm like, I'm dead
Hello,
ass.
Steven.
I'm like, all right, thank you. Okay.
He's
All
gonna,
right.
it's like if he's Samoan, he'd be going through the produce aisle doing the Uso chant.
Whoa. They be going, ooh, so crazy.
What was that? Oh, it sounded like a stupid, dumb, retarded bird.
All right, Scott, your pick.
It's not really a prediction. I mean, in this match, I don't care who wins,
Not so much.
because it's going to be a good match. I like Dolph Ziggler. I like Miz's heel kind of character. I'm not a big fan
Yeah,
of
me
this
too.
like stunt double kind of thing. Even though they did
Mhm.
make it a bit funny with the R Ziggler and
The
But-
Miz and Damien that works, though.
I mean, fair dues. Damien Sandow's been doing this like, I'm going to be this person this week, this person, this person, this person.
But what
God,
he's doing
ki-
now is a lot better.
Yeah, at least
Yeah.
they're actually sticking with something.
Yeah, it works.
I know I don't mind who wins. I would like to see Miz as champion. But I mean, if it's about what I want compared to a prediction, what I want, I would love to see Dolph stay as champion. But
Sweet.
I'm happy with either way. But just going back on to like the last prediction when we were saying about the United States Championship, Dean Ambrose's title reign. It wasn't a title reign. It was just a new belt buckle what he put around his waist.
That's
Or at least for the second half of the run, you could say that.
Yeah.
I forgot he was United States champion at one point. I was like, who's United States champion? D.com. Oh,
yeah,
it's Dean Ambrose.
Alright. Levi, your pick.
I think this is going to be another really good match. I mean, Miz and Ziggler do have good chemistry in the ring, but if I was to pick, I say Ziggler's going to retain. Because, I mean, the dude just won the belt. It wouldn't make sense for him
So
to
did Miz.
a month later.
I said this last pay-per-view when with Miz. It was like, oh, Miz is going to retain. He's only just won the title. He's just come back from, doing the Marine or whatever film he was doing. He'll be having a bit of a long title reign, and boom, he lost it. And I think the people I was watching it with was really shocked that he lost the belt.
Alright. Levi, go ahead.
How do you think?
Chase then.
My predictions: Ziggler's going to retain and have a dumb feud with Bray Wyatt afterwards. The match should be good, but oh my God, that chair! I can't even get my predictions. All right.
That time the chair
It
sounded
doesn't
like
sound right at all.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like broken ass chair. You get out of that chair. But like I said, Ziggler's going to retain.
That's like X-rated stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Ziggler is going to retain. Have a boring feud with Bray Wyatt. Going to be an IC title match. It's going to be whatever. Chase Bolivar's prediction: The Miz, because Dolph Ziggler sucks for eliminating Bo Dallas at Payback.
Oh man.
Wow!
Not Dolph Ziggler. You don't do that with Dolph Ziggler.
That's Chase Bolivar's prediction right there, man.
Alright,
He hates
Brendan.
Dolph Ziggler, man.
Again, the chair makes an appearance in the show, and he apologizes. I apologize for the chair once again. But it's almost like 2002. It's like 2002 Rock called. Miz.
2003.
Yeah, 2003, 2004. 2002 to 2004, Miz needs to give that gimmick back to that Rock.
No, he doesn't.
And wait a minute.
It's working fine.
Well, I'm not a fan of it. Let's just say that.
Okay, see, here's the difference between Hollywood Rock and Hollywood Miz. At least Hollywood Rock was entertaining. I don't find entertaining when I hear I came to play on my PA system. I'm like, oh look, it's Goofball.
Exactly.
With his Ku Klux Klan robe wearing it. Like I'm like, what is he wearing, dog? Like,
Next thing you know, the Miz is gonna be calling everybody the people. He's gonna call himself the People's Champion.
Yeah, he's already stealing all the Rocks and Jericho's catchphrases anyways. Who cares, man?
Yeah,
All right, Austin, what's your predictions?
All right, my
what's your
prediction. It's not just because I'm a huge Dolph mark, but I think Dolph. It took him a long ass time to finally become relevant again. Now that he finally got relevant again, and he's still over as hell, I think he's still going to keep this title run going. And as you all said, I totally agree. Miz and Dolph have great chemistry. I think their match is going to be great, but I do see Dolph retaining and having a longer title run.
Alright. So there we have it. Now we get into the main event. John Cena and Brock Lesnar finally here. So with me, overall, I think Brock Lesnar should win and be able to get to retain. I would like to see the title be able to be on him a little bit longer, but that's just me. Should be interesting to see how things are going to go. Steven, your thoughts on the main event?
The main event of the evening, John Cena, Brock Lesnar. I mean, let's all be honest. A lot of us want to see Brock Lesnar retain. That would make sense. I know, but
I don't like Brock.
I know, but then again, a part of me wants to see the man, the best ever, John Cena,
Oh, fuck
once
you.
again regain the championship that is rightfully his. You want to know why? Because I want to see the internet complain, and bitch,
Exactly.
and cry, and moan, and
It's always
They
fun
don't-
with dynamics.
because they don't know shit about pro. That's what it is. They fail to realize that pro wrestling is a business, and this business is all about making money. And who do the reward goes to? The man that generates the most amount of money. And that happens to be the guy that shows you the towels and wear these colorful Fruity Pebble T-shirts. So there you go. But then again, who to say that Cena wins and you have the cash in of Rollins?
Yeah.
Still that chance, yeah.
Yeah. Chase Bolivar would love it.
You know what I'm saying? Have Brock after the match destroy Cena one more time, F5 him
Mhm.
to the ring post like he did back in 03, and then have Rollins come out and cash in, and boom, there you go. The internet will be happy once again.
All right.
But that's
Scott,
right.
your pick.
Well, in
Scott, your pick.
WWE, they've always been going on about Plan B. Well, I think they haven't thought of Plan F. Plan F could be Ric Flair. Ric Flair should be special
Ric
guest
Flair.
referee of that match, and he's going to screw John Cena because, let's be honest,
No, no.
Ric Flair doesn't want anybody to be the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. So, come on, Ric Flair's going to be involved in this match.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, is there really a prediction on this match? Brock Lesnar is going to win because it's just Brock Lesnar, and love him, hate him, he could be like Marmite. I don't care what you think. It just doesn't make sense at the moment for John Cena to win. I know you could say, if John Cena wins, it's basically the Rock versus Cena storyline of Cena losing at WrestleMania to The Rock and then doing that year-long fucking emotional depression, kind of like, I must beat The Rock, and then he beats The Rock.
He didn't seem depressed during that whole year, man. He seemed fine to me. He was getting the amount of title shots as he was getting, and he was feuding with Johnny Ace. He seemed happy to me, man. He didn't seem like he was depressed. I mean, he divorced his ugly wife to get a hot Latina chick, so I don't think he was all that depressed, man.
And he was making out with Eve Torres during that.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Kendra Lust. And he would mess
He's
with
a
Kendra
player.
Lust.
Yeah, but Chase,
You get ladies.
there's normal depression, then there's John Cena's depression.
I like that shit.
Let's all
John
be
beats
honest
depression
here.
when he loses a match, yes.
Let's all be honest here. Who wouldn't pipe John Cena's baby mama, yo? I know I would.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Who here wouldn't pipe Linda Hogan?
Hey, I'm right there with you.
Piper. Hey, if a 19-year-old guy had a chance, why not?
Wow.
I'm gonna go to Linda Hogan's house and just drop my pants and say, here you are.
Hey, David.
Yeah.
Simon says to invite him. Should I send him the link real quick for a little bit?
I mean,
Yeah. Before we
Text
end the
them
show, yeah.
to extend my prediction on the whole Brock Lesnar thing, mate, I mean, it could end in a fluke. I mean, John Cena could win by fluke, and then Ric Flair is just like, comes out and then he's like, yeah, you're 16-time World Heavyweight Champion, and then Triple H comes out and says, well, that was a fluky win, restart the match, Brock Lesnar wins.
Ric Flair comes out and says, you can never be the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion.
Don't make him go crazy. We don't want to piss him off. So Levi, your thoughts?
Okay. Well, I don't care if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but I am actually looking forward to this match for one reason only. They're gonna have a killer match. Simply put, with how they've been building Cena up. Granted, it's all because of Vince McMahon. Cena, he's gonna go in there, and it's gonna be a back and forth match. Brock's gonna have his moments. Cena's gonna have his moments. And really, hey Simon!
Simon.
What's
What's
up,
up,
Simon?
What up, Simon?
I can't see.
Work.
I can't even fucking see Simon in here.
Can you see me?
No.
Kinda dark, man.
It is a dark screen. You became black all of a
You're
sudden.
being mysterious on us now.
It's a mystery.
Simon is a mystery.
Hear me, but you can't hear me, but you can't see me.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, we can hear you,
We
but
can
we
hear you,
can't.
but we can't see you right
You
now.
can't. You're the Black Mamba right now.
Shut up, Brennan.
Wow, come on.
Anyways,
I come
alright,
back in.
so anyways, to continue on with
His gimmick back.
Hey, David, send me an
Yeah.
invite.
Another one?
Yeah.
Just,
Alright, well,
just click on the link I sent you on Facebook.
oh, he already
that
left.
works.
Alright, well,
I'll have to
to
do it.
continue on with
Send him the invite. Send him the invite. Send him the invite.
yeah.
Yeah, but is he on Skype?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll just-
Well, anyways, to
Right.
continue on what I was saying, yeah, it's obvious Brock's gonna win, but you know what? Just because I'm tired of trying to be a kiss ass to people. If Cena wins, I'm gonna thrive on it because I just love hearing the internet bitch about it because it's just proven my point that some internet fans are stupid. It's just proving my point. So if Cena wins,
no, Levi.
Come on.
Stop talking bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Levi. Whenever
we all
someone
know that you're a
complains-
Cena mark.
Yeah, and Levi, I don't mean to shit on you, but whenever someone complains, you get so pissed and you want to bury them. Like, it's not like, it doesn't make you happy. What the hell are you talking about?
He's so happy.
That's really right there.
dude, I'm being
Come
sorry.
on, this is the truth.
You know, whenever I
Levi
say that,
is
I'm
the biggest Cena mark I know.
I know.
And it's basically what he's trying to do is he's gonna like.
Look, he's wearing that
I'm
shirt.
not-
That quitter. He's wearing the quitter shirt. Best
You know-
quitter. The best quitter in the world.
You know what?
Another person who
Hey,
shit on by
there
wearing
you
a
go.
shirt.
Like, fuck John Cena, fuck money. It's not about money to me, Steven. It's all about the wrestling.
About the
Woo!
About the money. If you're not in to make
What the
money,
fuck did you guys think?
if you're
No,
not,
but seriously,
if you're not there to make
Mhm.
money, you don't belong.
Well,
Yeah,
I
damn
was
defeat.
trying to say that I was being sarcastic. you
Yeah, well,
know.
we know you. We
Oh,
know you.
no.
You're
Yeah.
the biggest Cena mark we know, and basically
Yeah,
trying,
it's clearly
trying to
us. Come
say,
on.
oh, yes, I like to see the IWC really mad because John Cena won, but really, you're just saying that just to cover up that you're a John Cena mark, and you just want to
No,
act
I'm
like.
not. I don't
you-
care. Listen. I'll admit I'm a Cena fan, but I'm a fan of the guy for his matches and him as a person, okay? What he does nowadays with the
Cena's
character...
the man.
That's right. He's the best. The best ever.
Steven,
Yeah,
ask everybody.
It's alright.
Okay, silence
You're
for a second. Silence for a second. You need to have Steven say this. Let me ask you a question. Are you happy? Are you happy?
How does that make you feel?
Are you sports entertained?
Just do it. Just do it. Just do it for my
Entertainment enough for you?
entertainment.
Okay. Let's pretend you know the video. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I'm marking it up right now.
Let me do it. Let me do it.
What's happening?
Let him do it. Come on, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question.
3, 2, 1, action.
Let me ask you a question. Are you happy now?
This poor fucker. I don't understand exactly what happened because I came in during the middle of the show, but I saw
That's
that
okay.
Chase is like referring himself and he's being Mr. Hollywood, stealing Mrs. Gimmick, saying, "Yeah, I'm Chase Oliver. This is Chase Oliver's prediction. This is this whole bullshit thing." What's that? Is that a new character you created for yourself?
Oh,
He's
no,
always
that's,
been doing that for a while.
that's Chase Bolivar.
Yeah.
Oh, it's over.
No,
No,
it's
Chase,
Bolivar.
Chase Oliver is over. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
but anyways, to
No,
finish what
no.
I'm trying to say...
What we should do, guys, is review this book. Serve Safe Manager, the 6th edition.
What the fuck is that shit?
The book I got in
let's,
culinary
just,
school.
let's just get to Levi's prediction.
Yeah, Levi's kind
That's
of
the
been
book
waiting.
he's reading to
Yeah,
learn how
I'm
to cook some
trying to
macaroni.
finish what I've been
Guys,
saying.
let's
I've
just
got
let
at least
Levi
one
talk. He's been
time.
waiting
Yeah,
a while
let's-
now.
But it was like I was trying to say how I feel about Cena for real. I still like the guy. I still like him for how he works and him as a person. But as far as when he wins titles and character and all, I don't care. I'm numb. Okay, like
He
if he
gets
wins,
bored when he wins the
if he wins the title, I'm not gonna care because really that whole Flair record's meant to be broken anyways.
Exactly.
So it's not like it's
Right.
gonna
Be
matter to
broken.
me. So there you go. But I mean, I like Brock. Don't get me wrong. I've been a big Brock fan ever since he first came in WWE. And funny fact, when he was in UFC, me and my brother, because we all have a bunch of MMA friends, and none of them liked Brock Lesnar. But me and my brother always stood by his side, and whenever
Because
he
was
came
part
into
of the
UFC,
WWE. Because he was from the WWE, that's why.
that too. But also when we saw him kick ass, and then when we saw him kick ass, it's like our friends would be like, Brock Lesnar doesn't belong in MMA. He needs to go back to the fake wrestling. Well, look at what he did. He kicked the crap out of Randy Couture and Frank Mir.
Okay, but let's be realistic.
Yeah, JBL says that.
Okay, but he fought a 42-year-old Randy Couture, though. 42-year-old guy, and he bounced it like a basketball.
Didn't he get a
Yeah,
tattoo?
that's besides the point.
That's
Yeah,
around the
but
point.
He had 22 upper or 22 hammer fists from hell. So come on now. Give him some
Yeah,
credit.
that's a totally different thing that we're talking about.
But yeah, the point I'm trying to make is me and my brother, we were still Brock fans even when he went to MMA because unlike our friends who are MMA fans who hated Brock because...
What's your prediction?
I said,
What's your prediction?
I'm just waiting for the
I know.
prediction.
I already said
Yeah,
it like
come on.
5 times, Brock. I'm
Moving
going
on.
Brock.
I'm moving on. Who's next?
I'm pulling for
We
Brock.
got Simon's next since he came in.
Yeah, I'm pulling for Brock. The fuck you think? You think I'm gonna pull
Yeah.
for Cena?
No,
Amen.
John Cena.
Unless you
Amen.
turn to heel or something again.
Just made my prediction video online, by the way. For
Oh,
those
shit,
of you
man.
who are interested,
Alright.
go watch it.
You know
It's a
we're
really
definitely
good
gonna be
video.
watching it.
I
Yeah.
might do
No,
one.
I know what's gonna happen. John Cena's gonna win, and then they're gonna have Ric Flair's gonna come out and he's like, you know, he's 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. You know, this town is big enough for the two of us. Ric Flair comes out of retirement, and then it's just like, you know, basically the Randy Orton versus John Cena feud, but Ric Flair's taking Randy Orton's space, and then just
What are you
fight
guys
it
talking
off.
about Ric Flair? Ric Flair,
I don't know.
he just
It
got
just
surgery.
came out of the blue.
Scott,
Yeah, you
it
did.
is.
You don't want to put any more in. Alright.
Illness such as one in the history above, in the story above, can be prevented if you understand the pathogens of contaminate food. In this chapter, you will learn the following.
Alright, come on. Let's go with Jason first
Steven,
anyway.
Steven, you
Yes.
should be on Fox right now encouraging Mr. Ramsey. What you doing?
Oh hell no!
Yeah, why don't you
Hell
use
no!
Did
Hell
you bury Ray Gordon Ramsay yet?
have your own cooking TV
nah!
show?
She buried the fuck out
No,
of Guy
you
Fieri,
need
though.
to.
Buried the
No,
fuck.
you need to cook. You need to cook a meal with Epic Mealtime. That's what you
Did
need to
she
do.
reveal that Hell's Kitchen is finally just scripted?
No, there's some real to it though. There's some realism, but I mean, I'm sure it's scripted though. I mean, can you think about it? Like like every show is kind of like think about this. Right? I'll give you a perfect example. If you watch Kitchen Neighbors in the U.S., that shit is scripted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch the UK one, that shit's legit. The UK one is for real.
Yeah, Kitchen Nightmares in the U.S. You
Let
gotta
me
see,
ask
you
you
gotta
a
see
question.
some things are scripted.
Are you guys happy now?
Are you happy now?
That's your
Yeah,
gimmick
I
now.
Are you
That's your gimmick now, Steven.
Yeah.
That's your gimmick.
Gotta use it next time, huh? Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
You're stuck for that shit for life.
Oh, whoa, wait,
Anyway,
what the fuck?
ignoring that. Ignoring that.
This fart.
Just like me, my gimmick.
Okay, what the hell, Steven? Everyone's talking to you.
You didn't really have to announce it. But anyway.
Oh God.
What happened?
Clearly not.
What happened?
Okay,
Alright,
it's not
I've
that
been waiting
serious,
a good
Brendan.
15 to 20 minutes just to say I pick Brock, and I can't just because you said that he
Thank
farted.
you.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm out of here.
Okay, good. No.
We got it now.
Okay. I picked Brock Lesnar for the win. I hope it's not a squash, but Brock is winning. Period. No question, no doubting that. And I
Good
can't
for
believe
him.
I
By
can't
the way,
I
we
can't
want to see a
believe
good match.
I can't believe I
Yeah.
waited 15 minutes just to say that because all these people saying that you farted and shit. But there we
That's a
there
little
we
bit
go.
too much that we needed to hear. But that's cool. Chase, finally, your thoughts. Before we
Me and Chase Bolivar, and to clear up to Simon, if he ever watches this in archive, Chase Bolivar is a character on my channel, so that's why I was saying Chase Bolivar. So I don't know. He probably doesn't watch my videos, but anyways. So when it comes down to it, Brock's gonna win. Chase Bolivar thinks Brock's gonna win. That way, Seth Rollins can cash in on him, which makes no sense to me. But okay, it's Chase Bolivar's fault. But for me, they're just trying to build Brock up to be the dominant champion. You know, like when he was the UFC champion, he's a special attraction. He draws people in. You know, they hope he brings in ratings and stuff like that. My question is just to like we shouldn't be discussing the match itself. We should be discussing like what's next for Brock after Cena, because after Cena, it's like there's no one really, to be honest, that he could face. So yeah, I just think Brock Lesnar's gonna win.
Yep.
All right. Hopefully, we'll find out too. That question. Though.
Wait a minute. What about my prediction?
All right, Brendan, go ahead.
The chair and Brendan will talk. The chair.
All right.
Sorry, we ran out of time. We're gonna have to end the show now.
Yeah,
Hey.
we're almost done it. We're just about done.
Alright, here we go. Here we go. I am picking Brock because I'm sick of Cena.
All right.
I am sick of seeing his Freddie Pebble looking ass. Get him off my screen.
Bullshit.
It's like fuck that
Come
shit.
on.
It's like, I can't believe this.
You're still gonna be enjoying it.
You're still gonna watch Monday.
That's just sarcasm.
Oh hell yeah! I'm not gonna be one of those people that I'm never gonna watch if Cena win. No.
Yeah. I couldn't be like that because I would be too curious and want to keep watching anyway.
Yeah, it's like if people say they're never watching wrestling again because of John Cena, they are dumb.
It's like Triple H went dead on with that. Me and my friend Mark are never gonna watch again. Like,
yes.
Like what the
It's
hell?
not gonna
Like,
happen.
I'm definitely like
But,
you're gonna be tuning in Monday night.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, we finally reached the end. Of course, Night of Champions is this Sunday. Hopefully, we got you guys geared up and ready for the show. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I know it's been a while, but of course, we will be back. And I'll definitely most likely be for my review on Sunday. So enjoy Night of Champions.
You're not gonna dip. You're not gonna dip now. The minute this thing hangs up now, like you're not gonna dip now. Like,
No, I'm not. We'll still do the talk and everything.
all right.
Sweet.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks guys for coming on in, and until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Tip your waitresses and waiters.